Because democracy basically means government by the people, of the people, for the people. But the people are retarded.
Refuse to go along with this, and I'd see through all of your lies, Barack Obama, you wicked, wicked devil!
I was just talking to my friends at church about that Osho clip a couple weeks ago. But the people are retarded.
You listen to that guy?
No.
He's
You know,
just
he is,
talking
though?
about him with his friends
Yo.
at church.
We should like speed up that clip or something. I was able to do 22 push-ups before it ended. Like, no fake, bro.
So, you know, welcome back to another Stick with Cool Frog. It is a Sunday night, and we're, you know, for the
Good
longest
morning.
time, for the longest
morning.
time, we're like,
Sunday
no,
morning.
we're not going to do Sundays. We don't do
Good
Sundays
morning.
Sunday morning.
because
It's actually Monday morning shirts.
right now it's Monday morning. But
Well, you don't want any bathing exercises. Done.
All right.
Yeah, so then basically what happened is when I got a job, I'm like, well, let's just do the nights that I don't
back
work.
burr, privilege scrub.
It just so happened to be that I don't work tonight, so we're here. We're gonna have some fun doing the show. Not wanting to do too much research on what to do today. I just these guys are kind of saddened when I kind of said that I'm going to stop doing Tik-Tok Thursdays or whatever, because that was a thing that we were doing for a while. I'm like, oh, let's just do it. Lives a Tik-Tok Sunday. Tik-Tok Sundays can be fun. They can be just as fun as doing it any other day. That being said, you guys, do you need time to say something before we go into this? Or do I need to introduce y'all? I mean, everybody knows who Church is. Everybody knows who Jimmy YouTube is.
Not everybody knows who I am.
Everybody knows you guys. Everybody that's in my chat, this blur of just so many people saying so many things. Every single one of them that's in this chat knows exactly who you are.
I mean, it would be better if those people existed, but
They exist to me.
Just imagine they
exist.
My
God,
Church.
That was the most.
Filmed in front of a live studio audience.
I'm already dead. Just let's go. Oh no.
So, looks like we got our first actual TikTok that come through by from Jimmy YouTube. Jimmy YouTube, he likes to send me some private messages all the time. Mm-hmm.
Them private messages.
Oh my.
I'll get a few for you.
So let's see. Let's do this one. We'll do the first one that he sent me. That one's kind of interesting. I have a tendency to kind of go and watch the TikToks before I air them. That way I know what he's saying.
Spoiler. I'm viewing all these to make sure they don't have music.
If something happens one time, anomaly. Happens two time, it's like, oh, okay, maybe. But whenever there's a trend of 18 plus, 20 plus things being predicted, you got to go like, hey, Groenick, the gig's up. We know. You're a time traveler. Just tell us. Bro, I just want to talk to you. I got so many questions. Siegfried and Roy tiger attack. Do you remember that? Of course. Do you remember back in the day how tight Siegfried and Roy were with their tigers? It was like every main story was like, oh, these tigers are the best behaved animals on earth, blah, blah, blah. Simpsons in 1993 said the tiger is going to turn. This little friendly tiger is going to become an enemy of Siegfried and Roy quickly, and it's going to happen. 2003, it actually happened. Autocorrect errors, 1994. Before you could even play Snake on the gray little box phone, they predicted that autocorrect will happen on your phone. Are you kidding me? Didn't happen until 2007. FaceTime, 1995. Not even a thought. I don't even know if anybody knew what the fuck the internet was.
Oh, that's
that little mark with the A and then the ring around it.
At?
See, that's what I said.
No,
What
do you
is
say to that,
internet
Allison?
anyway?
In 1995, they said, don't worry, you'll be carrying around a device where you will be face to face with somebody on the opposite side of Earth. 1995, they said that. 2010, it happened. Faulty voter machines. 2008, they predicted it. 2012, it became the forefront of conversation in a big, big way. I assume these voter machines have been up in question for a long, long time, but they just knew that it was going to come to fruition in 2012.
No, I want to vote for Obama.
2 votes for McCain.
Come on, it's time for a change.
3 votes
It's
for
time
McCain.
The God particle.
Changed, all right.
Now, this is the big one. Ty Schmidt did research. He said the God particle is the absolute reason why he is 1,000% a time traveler. Homer Simpson got up there like fucking Matt Damon in that movie where they have that
Good Will Hunting.
Good Will Hunting, and draws up this equation for what the God particle is, which, what is the God particle?
Yeah, it's basically, it's this equation that essentially like explains how the universe was created.
And they did that in 1998, and the exact equation happens in 2012.
That's unheard of.
14 years ahead of time. They got Homer Simpson up there looking like that goddamn janitor from Harvard, solving equations up on a chalkboard, and 14 years later, it's like, yeah, that's actually how the universe was founded. It's like, wait a fucking minute, little comedy writer with the goddamn yellow cartoon, bro. That's insane. The NSA spying scandal. Everybody knew that the Patriot Act was like in existence, but nobody had a clue that NSA literally knows everything about you. Every dick you've sent has been seen by some government agency, but it wasn't always like that. We didn't know that everything was getting spied on, Sean. Nobody knew that.
I didn't know.
They predicted that in 2007, 2013 it happened.
No, Lisa, it's not like the government is listening to everybody's conversation.
If something happens one time, anomaly. Happens two time, it's like, oh, okay, maybe. But whenever there's a trend of 18 plus, 20 plus things being predicted, you got to go like, hey, Groenick, the gig's up. We know. You're a time traveler.
Just tell us.
Bro, I just want to talk to you. I got so many questions. Siegfried and Roy tiger attack. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I know.
Isn't that just bonkers, dude?
A little bit of a delay on the ending of the clip, but you know, whatever.
Maybe it's predictive programming.
No, you can't predictive program science, bro.
Oh, like they knew about it. And they were preparing us for it.
Ah, I see. I mean, that very well could be. But I don't know, like some of those are really early on in The Simpsons.
But that's just like tinfoil. I don't know if it's like real tinfoil hat, like conspiracy stuff.
It's not. It's happened before, legitly.
Some of that stuff though is kind of like inevitable, like Siegfried and Roy. Like,
oh yeah,
they got tigers and they're like just
they're groping and cuddling with them.
Yeah.
And I mean, Mitt Romney was
when you cuddle the enemy for long enough, eventually the enemy does attack.
It's like
right.
like you know, like domesticated cats. Like those little shits are like mean.
Oh yeah.
Imagine like that, but like huge and muscular. That can freaking growl.
And you know, rip you limb from limb.
Yeah.
Like a Wookiee or tiger.
Yeah, let the tiger win. A house cat won't tear your arms from your socket if they lose.
Let the house cat win.
They'll just pout about it. Or get mad.
Or shit on your floor.
Maybe that too.
He's called Brigadier Sir Niels Olav III, and he's the Colonel-in-Chief of the Norwegian King's Guard. He currently resides at Edinburgh Zoo, and is an actual serving member of the Norwegian Army. The video was filmed during a visit by the troops, who came to see their commander in Scotland, who just happens to be a penguin that outranks them all. But this penguin has had outstanding service in the military, for which he has been knighted by King Harold V, giving Niels Olav the title of Sir. This is the highest ranking penguin in the world. He's called Brigadier Sir Niels Olav III, and he's the Colonel-in-Chief of the Norwegian King's Guard. He currently resides at Edinburgh Zoo, and is an
Dude,
That's so crazy.
that guy's
That just shows you
That
that
guy's
Norwegians
bait.
literally have nothing else to do.
Or they're freaking geniuses.
based penguin.
You hope he's based.
He is based.
Hope he doesn't come up with some woke ass shit.
You can tell just by the way he carries himself.
Yes, very upright.
Yeah.
Good pengu. I got another one for you in the private chat. It's our favorite Chucky doll.
Ah, shit.
Okay, let's see here. It's showing this music symbol.
Yeah, that's the TikTok symbol.
No, this one up here. It says original sound from Why You Should Never Give Up.
Yeah, that means it just has sound on it. And it's
efforts
just
across
like
the
an
country
original sound
to prevent people from being able to exercise their fundamental rights.
Did I hear you right?
To prevent people from being able to exercise their fundamental rights.
Well, at least to being honest.
Yeah.
This moment in history.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, play it again. What the hell?
Just closed it. Hold on.
Joe Biden.
Okay, not that one. Okay, there it is. Let's see if I can. Because she's just
To
exercised.
prevent people from being able to exercise their fundamental rights.
Well, at least to being honest.
This moment in history, as we're looking at efforts across the country to prevent people from being able to exercise their fundamental rights.
Did I hear you right?
To prevent people from being able to exercise their fundamental rights.
Is there like
Well,
more
at least
context
to
to
being
that?
honest.
That's like a weird thing to say.
Yeah,
You
but
like-
watch
This moment in history,
Jen
as we're
Psaki.
looking at efforts across the country to
You need to join us at least one more time a week and watch some Jen Psaki with us.
Is she like that? Like
Jimmy hates it when we do.
Oh my gosh,
He's like,
bro, I hate that woman.
I hate this lady. Every single
is
time.
she
we
that
do it.
much of a fascist? Jesus.
Yeah,
Oh,
bro,
yeah.
she's pretty terrible.
She's a bitch fascista.
She's like, send in the squadrista.
Yeah, legit. You know, strike force teams.
Human rights. Even human rights here.
Are they human?
Stop right there! We don't like you damn tornadoes in these parts, Sonny. Not on my watch. Get your dust-blown ass out of here. Oh, there is Johnny. Please, free. Stop right there. We don't like you damn tornadoes in these parts, Sonny. Not on my watch. Get your dust-blown ass out of here. Oh,
What the hell?
I want a pet tornado. Just mini. What if you could like summon mini tornadoes? Like that'd be a cool power. It'd be a cool but useless power. You just like whenever you want, you summon a little tornado.
Rent free.
Oh God, I can hear exactly what that is.
Are my headphones really like that loud, or is it my microphone's that sensitive? You shouldn't be.
Okay.
Damn it.
This next one you're gonna have to mute.
よし、いい子だね。
I've seen this one.
さて、くんくん。あー、ダメだこれ。ん？こいつどんな味なんだろう。おいしい。バーン。よし、いい子だね。さて、くんくん。あー、ダメだこれ。
That's the one you're gonna have to.
こいつどんな味なんだろう。おいしい。
That bear thing, that's so annoying. Oh my lord. The little talking voice just annoys the crap out of me.
Oh yeah, it's an anime voice. It's supposed to be a little cringe.
And that's why it annoys the crap out of me.
Yeah, I think you just don't like high-pitched Japanese.
Cool Frog says.
Oh, believe me.
Bomb
I
wasn't
like
enough.
Oh my God.
I take my coffee like I take my form. Black. I take my coffee like I take my form. Black. I take my coffee.
What the hell?
Where'd you find that one?
Does he think he's black?
I
I
guess.
don't know. I'm just looking at links that you sent me.
That one wasn't me, bro. That was.
Yeah, it was.
Nah, it's not even in my. It's not even in my favorites. I've never seen that video in my life. Somebody's trolling.
I'm like, okay, I'm gonna share this stuff that he's sharing with me.
The sound makes it.
The echoing.
It's real life Mario Party.
Legit.
Just stupid kids. Stop fucking with the shit.
Game over. Do 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 do.
Oh. Okay. There was one that I kind of skipped over, apparently. Somehow played a video that you didn't give me, though. I don't know how that worked.
Good job! Good job!
Oh my god, it's adorable!
It's a heckin' pupperino.
Good job!
Look at his little
He's
tail.
so fucking cute. Oh my god.
His tail's like straight up.
Cuteness overload.
Right.
They turn their back once and like someone runs off with the dog.
Yeah, I can see that happening.
They don't even have a lead strap or anything, right? Like they don't even have.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just sitting in the cart.
Choice names. There's another one for you.
Grand Theft Doggo.
Yes, Grand Theft Doggo. Yes. Grand Theft Doge. I like Grand Theft Doggo. It's pretty good. Pretty dang good. Right?
He'd been sitting on that one for a while. Okay, let's see here. Jimmy.
Yeah.
Look at what?
Everybody, look. My hand.
Hey, that's y'all weed?
Look at what?
Everybody, look. My hand.
Hey, that's y'all weed?
Look at what?
Everybody, look. My hand.
Hey, that's y'all weed?
It's such weed.
Look at what?
Everybody, look.
Good grief.
Dude's like, oh, I have my note. But the one comment that was on there was, this is the way to actually unite unite the people. And it's like, yeah, absolutely. It's the best way to unite the people is to actually go meet with your friends. You'd be surprised.
Right.
Smoke weed with everybody. They'll become your friends. Without you. It's amazing what you can do with just a simple little joint. You could create world peace. Just pass that.
It ain't no joke. I'd like to buy the world a toke and teach the world to sing in perfect harmony.
The elevator. I remember this. What's your ID number? It's 1142. Eat my ass. Come on. Oh, I'll get the next one. Plenty of room. No, I'll just take the escalator. Squeeze on in. I'd rather my robes didn't smell like a fillet of fish all day, thanks. Careful, man. Well, next time, just let it go. Let it go.
Wow. Racist.
My lord. Stormtrooper. My lord. Stormtrooper. My lord. Stormtrooper. My lord. Yep. My lord. Uh-huh. My lord. Yo.
My lord.
My lord. Stormtrooper. 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 Stormtrooper. My lord. Stormtrooper. 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 My lord. Ugh. My lord. Yourself. My lord, go yourself. My lord, go yourself. My lord, go yourself. Aww. The elevator. I remember this. What's your ID number?
I love how literally all
What's that?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh shit. Did I catch them all?
I got another one for you. Oh no, never mind. It's got music.
Okay.
Grandstand.
So, this show usually consists of a couple parts and pieces, whatever, when we do TikTok. Yeah, because we do some TikTok stuff that Jimmy sends me. It depends on who else is in the show. Sometimes other people send me some stuff, and we'll play that stuff. But then after a little bit, we go and we switch over to Libs of TikTok. And this is where we all usually eventually get to the point of being upset and getting pissed off with the bullshit that is being forced among our children, as well as any other.
All those pervert pedo teachers, you know.
Yeah, there's just
demented
so
teachers.
much disturbance.
Bow fishing is just cool as shit.
What was that?
The wind.
Something. Welcome back, Shane.
Yeah, something with my internet went wrong.
Yeah, it happens. I've had the internet go out.
I heard it go wrong because that's when I'm like, wait a minute here. What's going on? So, don't know. Everybody can kind of see that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I can see it.
So I was kind of scrolling through, trying to find a good spot to actually start, and it looked like right about here was a good place to start with the TikTok stuff, or the Lives of TikTok stuff. So Lives of TikTok, if anybody doesn't know, everybody should go and follow. She does a wonderful job. She makes sure that there's content that's put up on a daily basis, and it's really, really, really interesting. Make sure you actually go follow wherever you can find Lives of TikTok. So this one here, it says exclusive 6th grade assignment at Eisenhower Elementary, Minnesota requires students make a protest music playlist, which can include racial justice and LGBTQ themed music. This mom told her kid made a real Bryson Gray playlist. Okay, so this is the thing that where they sent out saying 5 songs.
Oh yeah,
If
there's plenty of
Hurricane
F. Joe
by Bob
Biden songs.
Dylan ain't on the list, I'd be disappointed.
Yeah.
I want Lola on here.
Lola's LGBT themed. Lola.
How she looks like a woman but talks like a man. Oh my Lola.
This guy's coming and says, "We're not going to take it by Twisted Sister." I won't do what you tell me. Rage Against the Machine and Country Boy Can Survive.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Where's that actual article?
Gotta have some Green Day on there.
I I walk a lonely road, the only one that I have
Well,
ever known.
I thought there was a list that. Where the heck did the list go?
There are many lists. Some of which we are
Oh,
on.
seriously, seriously, there was a list that came along with this or whatever that actually showed. This mom told me her kid made a real Bryson Gray playlist. So I mean, thought there was a list where it showed the videos that were. Maybe it's actually in the news article. I just have to go back into it. Oh, okay. So share this. So this is the article that actually came from. Now, a couple of us in here actually from Minnesota, so we feel a little bit of a connection with the issue of the Minnesota school teachers. Minnesota's just being stupid and ridiculous right now. So sixth graders at a Minnesota elementary school were recently given an assignment asking them to create a protest music playlist that can include songs with racial justice and LGBT themes. The school in question is Eisenhower Elementary in Hopkins, a suburb of Minneapolis. A concerned mother sent a screenshot of the assignment as well as the Lives of TikTok Twitter account. Create a playlist to protest music that matters to you. Read the assignment description. You may use examples from class or bring in other song ideas that you have. Songs could be about racial justice, environmental issues, LGBTQ plus rights, war, women's rights. You can make a YouTube playlist, use Spotify, or copy YouTube links into Google Doc for this assignment. The concerned mother told Liz TikTok that her son created a playlist featuring the music of Bryson Gray, a conservative Christian rapper. And that's why I said, where the heck did the list go? Because the list was with, whatever. This is where we are. He's brought this into here. Eisenhower Elementary is part of a Hopkins public school. August 2020, Superintendent Rhoda Reed kicked off the beginning of the school year by imploring teachers and staff to examine their quote-unquote whiteness. In our communications to staff and families, we have referenced a dual pandemic. Mr. George Floyd, rest in power, is seemingly the contemporary face of the pandemic of racial injustice. This pandemic of systemic racism has soiled this country, not just since slavery, but since the genocide of the Native Americans and the American Indians that resided on and cared for this land. We talk extensively about our diversity and we celebrate it with great pride. If you are white and if you are privileged or in another way, I ask you to engage in the same self-analysis to see your own privilege and examine your whiteness.
I'm a special kind of white guy. I self-reflected and I want to be an agent of change.
Joe Biden isn't self-reflective, he's translucent.
What's that cuck song that your brother made, Shana?
What's that?
What's that cuck song that your brother made?
Oh, God.
Me?
No, that cuck song that your brother made.
My brother?
Yeah, or it's a simp song, I think.
Yeah, it's the simp song.
I can't remember how it went.
I forget too.
Oh, sad.
Yeah, I seriously can't find the list. I swear to God, I was reading this earlier. There was a list of songs that were put out by this Bryson Gray or whatever that they listed as his playlist, and it's like, well, that's awesome that this kid actually, elementary student is actually smart enough to go against the bullshit narrative and actually, select real Bryson Gray stuff.
I think you
If
should
anybody has
take
real
a step
Bryson
back
Gray,
and look at his
look up real Bryson Gray, because he's actually he's got some interesting music out there right now.
F. Joe Biden's a good one. Or let's go, Brandon.
You say fuck Joe Biden.
Well, that being I just boomered that little segment. What the fuck, man?
And let us continue on our journey through. Oh,
moving on.
It's the strong woman of size and color.
Mm-hmm. This woman took her podcast off Spotify because she obviously very worried about misinformation in health.
She's huge.
I know, she's so concerned about health.
She's
very concerned about health, ladies and gentlemen.
Criminy. I bet her folds have folds have folds.
Through McDonald's and Burger King, she has turned herself into a manatee, but she is very concerned about your health.
How do you let it get that bad?
There's like hamburger grease, like
kind of guy
that's like stained because it's just like it's become solid because it's just been oozing out of the side of her mouth for like days. It's just like it doesn't even go down all the way down her esophagus at this point. It just kind of like just stays there.
The fuck? I bet she has like hamburgers under each titty for later.
Grim's bars is huge. And then you ask
huge.
Missy Elliott?
Huge. Very huge.
No, she's about 3 times the size.
I'm thinking more like Precious. How big was Precious? Precious was 300 pounds.
Oh.
Later, Grim.
Good night, Grim.
Night,
Have
Grim.
a good one.
Yes, and Cenk Uygur as well, right? Like Cenk Uyghur's so concerned about your health, and like his diet consists of bacon grease and sometimes water. Like that's
Yo, that's a perfect diet. I don't know what you're talking about.
He just takes a boiling pan of bacon grease, and it's just like
That's
they
what
bring
Jimmy
it out.
eats.
They just like bring it out to him on stage, right? And they're just like he just like chugs it all down, like from a pan. Like he just
that's a
dips
bit
it, like, chugs it.
excessive. Sounds like
I mean, I don't know. That's what Steven Crowder said, but hey, he enacted the whole thing, so
it was pretty great. I remember.
I mean, and Alex Jones even had some commentary too. He was like, I mean, it was pretty weird ordeal there, but
Remember that time Steven Crowder walked up to him and basically almost started a fight?
Yes. And freaking Alex Jones was walk up to him too, and like he just starts screaming, and like people started throwing things from his staff, like "Get out of here!" Ah! Like no, freaking like it's like lost their freaking minds.
Just a perfect meltdown.
There's like this guy in the background just like having a meltdown, and it's like my eyes, my brain, it's frying.
So
anyway.
This thing says not one to date a trans person is transphobic.
No,
so the only reason you don't want to date someone boils down to the fact that they're trans. That's transphobia right there. Let's go over a couple of situations. So if you don't want to date a trans woman because you want kids, well, you better be keeping that same attitude with cis women who are infertile, or that's transphobia. If you don't want to date a trans woman because you're not attracted to trans women, I would absolutely love to know how you're able to identify correctly who is a trans woman on site 100% of the time, because that is just impressive.
Well, you're pretty damn
I wish
easy
I
to
had that ability.
identify.
I'd love to be able to have
that.
even more trans solidarity.
For the
And
love
then
of
also
God.
just Being super straight is the all lives matter of sexualities. It's not a real sexuality. It literally is just something that's made up to make fun of trans people and to hate on trans people. So, yeah, super straights, I don't respect you and I don't respect that sexuality. Bye. So if the only reason...
But I don't respect your sexuality. Bye.
I don't respect you because you don't even take yourself seriously. So, like, fuck off. Excuse me. Pardon my
Seriously, I mean,
Yeah, cut your dick off. Go full blast or don't go.
this sentence right here. The super straight is all lives matter of sexuality.
That doesn't make sense.
What the fuck are you talking about, you racist piece of shit?
Like I said,
it's not a real sexuality.
Points to help him out with his talking points. It's like
Super straight is not a real
so
sexuality, but this stuff is.
And here's the thing I'd also like to point out. How the hell do you think that you came onto this planet? Through trans people having, relations with each other, or, like normal biological, like sexual reproduction? How the hell do you think you came up? But oh no, it doesn't exist.
I don't think this guy even drives.
From a pelican.
Parents
That's how
must
the hell
have
I
been
got here.
cousins or something.
Lives
Yes,
matter of sexualities. It's not a real sexuality.
It is a real sexuality.
Or else you wouldn't be existing. You wouldn't live, you dumbass freak.
That whole spot right there just pisses me off. The whole few seconds in there, it's like everything that it has said across the whole 57 seconds.
Yes, see, he's learning.
This is a confused human male.
Yeah, very confused because this right here. Again.
It's not a real sexuality. It literally...
His brain's probably been fried by Fauci
it's not a real
is just something that's made to make fun of trans people and to hate on trans people. So
it's literally the soy.
It's just silly.
Combined with it's not silly. It's sad.
It's
silly because this person doesn't understand that most people have different values other than like, hey, let's bump uglies just cause,
This person is one bad phone call away from a jump off a bridge. Like,
oh yeah,
probably
not in a good space. This is not a good mentality to have.
Most people who struggle with their gender identity are pretty
suicidal. Call the hotline, please. Fuck's sakes.
And of course, they're trying to turn all of our children and everybody who's like a teenager in high school. They're trying to turn them all into like trannies and freaks and all the rest.
Well, they're exposing them really young to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe that was 1-800-24/7-TALK.
The gender unicorn.
That's the suicide prevention hotline.
Yes.
24/7-TALK. If you don't understand what 24/7 is, I'd suggest going back to school. Maybe listen to what the teachers are actually saying as opposed to, what the teachers are actually supposed to teach you, other than how to identify as something other than what you actually are.
Anyway, on a lighter note, we're on Libs of TikTok.
It's a bird. It's a plane. It's all of the above.
Teachers aren't coping well as the state moved to optional masking. My Illinois teacher friends, what was your experience in school with the masks being optional today? At my daughter's school, blank, here was a handful of kids not wearing one, and she said to the teachers, And she said the teachers are being kind of rude to them and giving them dirty looks. So she wore her mask out of fear of getting in trouble with the teacher. One of the classes, the teacher was so upset that she assigned double homework after voicing her opinion about her disagreement with the ruling.
With kids.
Merriam, with the ruling at Merriam Academy, in one class, 2 kids chose not to wear them, and the teacher sat them next to the window and made them keep it open for airflow to make like 40 degrees in the classroom because of it. I know none of my friends who teach would do this, but that just seems crazy to me for some to take it out on the kids.
This is what's happening. It's turning normies. Like, I guarantee this person was just minding their own damn business, not caring about politics.
And see, this is the other thing too, is that these teachers have been there. Now they've just gone total batshit rather than like half or 2/3 of the way batshit. And now we're all stealing from
Fuck that, I
You can see they're all maskless.
Yep.
Every single one of them. That's basically what they're showing us. Is like every single one of these kids are all just like, all right, finally, I don't have to do this idiocy of wearing a mask.
and breathing in MRSA all the time, you know. It's like, I'd rather not some random ass bacteria eat my face. Like, you know. It's just a thought.
We don't need no education.
We don't need no thought control.
Seriously, just
No dark sarcasm in the class.
Oh, did you hear the guy that was closest to Jeffrey Epstein? One of the closest guys to Jeffrey Epstein was suicided. Whoops.
Oh.
In a French prison, he was Jeffrey Epstein style hung.
Oh, no way.
Conveniently.
So somebody choked him the fuck out.
Well, as they say about Jeffrey Epstein, he's just like Christmas lights and, like reeds that you hang at Christmas time, or like a hearth that you put on your fireplace so that you hang up. They don't hang themselves. So, I mean, you know.
I'm trying to find where I was. I kind of hit the wrong button and reset.
You're on the planet Earth. On the continent.
Well, I don't want to live on this planet any longer.
I don't want to live on this planet anymore.
So, I mean, I guess it doesn't really exactly matter where I was, because, I mean, all of it's pretty hilarious.
Yeah, just pull back on.
Let's go with this lady here. We've seen similar.
Yeah, I say lady.
Of well, we've seen several instances of certain things like this happening.
That's great, but
can I ask you to wear a different mask?
So I'm going to ask you to put a different mask on, or I'm going to... So is that violation of my rights? This is an FAA regulation, and I'm asking you.
That's great, but the time's being out there. This isn't the time.
Sir, I'm going to ask you to change your mask. Please put the phone down. I do not give you permission to film it. Put the phone down. Okay, I'm going to have you to leave the aircraft, please. I'm going to have you leave the aircraft.
That's right, I'm just asking.
I'm going to have you leave the aircraft now.
That's what I'm just asking.
No, I do not give you permission to film me.
Liberal bitch.
Oh my gosh.
Lefty
what a fucking
bitch.
Karen.
So, I mean, if you look at what he's wearing, it looks like it's a normal mask, like everybody else's.
I guess it says "Let's go, Brandon" on it though.
So apparently it says "Let's go, Brandon" on the mask, and that's the policy that he went against.
Yeah, she's like, "Oh, you're not allowed to record." Oh, who the hell says? What law is it? Tell me the law, bitch.
Let's go, Brandon, anywhere on that mask.
Tell me the law, fat Karen, bitch. Let's go.
Can you leave the aircraft, please? You could leave the aircraft, please. Thank you.
She's like, parachute's over there. We cut a hole in it, and then you're going to jump out.
And then at the very end of that, she actually apologized to everybody else.
Sorry.
God.
Sorry for that. I had to actually be so stupid about something as simple as "Let's go, Brandon," to actually take it to the extreme of actually removing.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's not about the mask; it's about control.
Exactly. It's never been about the mask.
That's why all these Karens have gone batshit.
Control.
Right.
And Susan, we're not telling people what to fucking do, how to do it, when to do it. People should go see their doctors and do what's best for them.
Yeah. She's gonna go out and tweet like, "Oh, I kicked the Trumper off the plane today. Look at me. I'm so stunning. I'm so brave." It's like, no, you're not. You're abusing the little power you have because you're drunk on it.
And watch, they won't give him his money back for that flight.
Oh, no way.
No. All right.
They'll just be like, "Well, you violated whatever. It's your problem."
It's like,
you let him come onto the plane.
I hope a lawsuit comes out of that, because what the hell did he violate there? He had a mask on. It's like, are there certain masks that
it just simply said that it said, "Let's go, Brandon" on the mask, and that was violation of their whatever.
The FAA regulation.
Well, Allegiant Airlines. So, I mean, it could just be just the airline that has a specific, whatever writing that says you can't have a mask saying "Let's go, Brandon."
We are Allegiant Airlines.
The next you're going to see somebody, because of the way things were, whatever. I have a couple ornaments from, needing to wear masks for certain things. And I went and I grabbed one of them that was actually, it was the American flag. And I mean, seriously, so you can tell me I can't, because it has an American flag on it, because, apparently the American flag
I'm
is
sure if it was the gay pride flag, you'd be able to.
Right.
If it said DNC or "I love Hillary Clinton" or "I love Joe Biden," you'd be, you would be praised.
I mean, I wonder if there's like more context. Like, I don't know why they do that. Why they'd kick someone off just for having like a small piece of text on their mask that like barely anybody's gonna see.
And,
was he being disruptive?
You see his face mask. You don't see anything that has to do with.
I mean, and you can hear from her, right? She's like, "It's an FAA regulation," she says, "and you can't record me, and you can't do this." It's like, well, someone else is recording you, bitch. So, like, but he just can't do it because he can't have a legal defense against you. I mean, this is just her abusing her power.
It's great, but the times we had there, this isn't the time.
Sir, I'm going to ask you to change your mask. Could you put the phone down?
Yeah, the next time something like this happens, it's going to be in the middle of a flight. They're going to just wait until it's the middle of the flight, and then they're just going to like line up people, and they're just going to like open a door somewhere and just be like, "Okay, we have parachutes for you. We made sure to cut several holes in them, and then you all can just jump out." It's like that's the next step. Either that or they'll tell them, "Okay, you can wear that mask outside. Goodbye." I'm like,
If you could please just get your bag down. I do not give you permission to film me. Please turn your camera off. No, please turn the camera off.
Or what are you going to do about it, bitch?
No, right, exactly. Turn your camera off. Just turn your camera off.
Oh, no. Because I feel like I'm a strong woman. I can just tell everybody what to do.
anything that really is that's real. So
You could leave the aircraft, please. Thank you.
Wow.
Could you kiss my ass, please? Could you
yeah,
just kiss my ass,
that's
please?
disgusting
Thank
and
you.
horrible. I mean, and like we said, most likely the guy won't get any of his money back on any of that. It's it's not his now. It's
They were probably still at boarding.
Straight fascism, bro.
Yeah.
right. They were just right. Everybody was just getting on the plane. And that's why they were able to kick him off. And it was probably somebody that was sitting nearby that had an issue with it. They're like, it's just, let's go, Brandon. I'm offended.
It
Well,
seems more
Brandon's
like
the
her
name of my
problem.
kid or my nephew, I mean, like,
So I just like the race car driver.
Right, exactly.
You're like, what are you talking about?
Don't you
My
remember
son's name's
Brandon? They were
Brandon, and
chanting
I
for
want him
him,
to
right?
actually succeed.
We love Brandon. Let's go, right? That's.
Let's go, Brandon. What are you talking about?
Even the race car driver was like, oh yeah, right. They're telling me, yeah, let's go, Brandon. Yeah. It's like
I
Idiot.
worked in
You heard them.
I worked in customer service at retail stores, and people have worn clothing that was far more offensive.
Yeah, I worked out of the Mall of America. Believe me, I've
There
seen
was
them.
this dude. There were these two dudes, and they had like extremely like anti-Christian clothing on. Like one of the guys had a word that said "F Jesus." It wasn't censored or anything. It was just straight up FUCK Jesus. It was just like, and no one kicked him out.
Well, because that's
There
supported.
What?
People don't care if you bash religion now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
religion's not really a thing anymore. People are kind of like moved past
I mean, it
religion.
was at a place where a lot of like conservative people would shop though. That a farm supply store.
Yeah, I mean, small towns like that usually. I mean, usually, farm supply stores are in smaller towns. Just saying.
No, it was a big chain store.
Okay, so and I'm just trying to, so when you actually think about the people that actually usually shop at such places,
Yeah.
live out in the red country of the United States, whereas as opposed to living in the blue city, and
Yeah.
when it comes down to who's actually buying what and the reason that they're actually buying it, and even you can be in a bigger city and still, you're not selling to the city folk. You're selling to those country folk that are out there that are like, yeah, I need a certain thing, and it says that there's one in the city. Let's go to the city, ma. And they're gonna go to the city. They're gonna pick up what they want, and they're gonna go back out to the country, and they're gonna be like, yeah, we got what we needed, and we got a good price because we took travel to the city. And
Like someone having on their mask, "Let's go, Brandon," isn't vulgar. I mean, it's referencing
I love the
a
fact that
phrase
things
that
say
is
"Let's go,
vulgar.
Brandon." So I mean, I currently work out of a hotel here in town, and there was a gentleman that truck drivers have a tendency to stay at the particular hotel that I worked at, and these truck drivers that would come through, the one come in and he's got this big huge t-shirt. He has a t-shirt on that says big words "Let's go, Brandon" on it. And I just kind of smiled. I'm like, I like your T-shirt, dude. And he's like, oh my god, this thing is such a conversation starter. I'm like, I bet it is. I bet it is. And there's the girl that was standing next to me that was training me in for the job or whatever. She's just kind of after he walks away, she's kind of like, oh, I didn't know that you were that kind of person. I'm like, what do you mean by that? You know, like stop it. It's just like people just don't. She's like, I talked to her a couple times about it, and I'm like, so through the rest of that shift or whatever, to ask her, what, are you paying attention to politics at all? And I think that's basically what it came down to. Is she says she doesn't. She's not paying attention to politics because she doesn't want anything to do with it, and she just knows what the "Let's Go Brandon" actually means. And I'm like, there's music out there for this stuff, right? And she's like, what do you mean? I'm like, "Let's Go Brandon." Right. I went and I played the song off off of YouTube, and she's like, whoa, I never, who's this by? You show her who it's by so that way she can actually go and look it up later and whatever, go and show it to all her friends that there's a song out there that says that seriously, I mean, hitting top of the charts of something doesn't mean shit if it doesn't make it into your conversation, into the circle of conversation or whatever. People don't pay attention to things. They just don't pay attention to things.
Yeah, I don't listen to top 40 radio.
I mean, I'm sitting here playing video games or doing research for the day for what's going to happen that night for a show. Wondering, it's. I'm not sitting there listening to music, but it's that's why I said it's the circle of things that you're into and what you're actually. We've all heard of this song because we're all kind of part of trying to produce something trying to watch something on YouTube. YouTube's it's an organism of its own. It's kind of there's so many people that do not watch anything on YouTube.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't.
My
Some people,
wife's one of them. She
some
doesn't
people are too busy being offline. I wish I was more offline.
Sure. My wife sits there and she watches shows off of Amazon Prime. So
Yeah.
I mean, she doesn't need YouTube. So I mean, it's though it was as popular as it was, "Let's Go Brandon" really didn't really make it out to the mainstream as much as we thought it did. I seriously had no clue what the song was. She said 19-year-old. And it's like, when you're 19, you should know what this stuff is. This stuff is mainstream. She had no clue. Anyway, let's move on. So, Ashton University students to be careful with the sexist language and provides new terms they should use. It includes saying founders instead of founding fathers.
What the fuck? Why? How is that productive?
It's not. That's the whole
It's
point.
not. And that's the whole
It's
point.
destructive.
Is we're not trying to be productive. We're not trying to teach our children to grow up to be upstanding human beings. We're just here to watch the world end.
What if when I say founding father, I mean it in like a gender neutral way, like Martha Washington is a founding father.
Stay. To the camps with you.
Okay, so
My God.
I mean, Bill Gates loves you. What? Anyway,
Bill Gates be with you.
And also with you.
What? Oh my lord. Okay, so let me see if I can't. Just trying to make it a little bigger so people can actually read, can see it, whatever. So, and just a couple things. So the generic man is often accompanied by the generic he, and the generic he should be avoided. Both feminine and masculine pronouns can be used where appropriate. He, she, his, her, etc. Alternate Alternative strategies include the use of the plural and the omission of third person pronouns entirely. Sexist. Each respondent was asked whether he wished to participate in the survey. Non-sexist. Respondents were asked whether they wished to participate in the survey. So you see what they did there. They took the whether he wished to participate to just the respondents were asked if they wished to participate. So there's why so many people say, "Oh, I identify as a they." I'm a frog. I identify as a dragon.
My xenogender is B gender. My pronouns are bzz and bzzel.
You like jazz?
If you don't acknowledge that I'm a B,
Lick my
then you're
bees.
transphobic.
Okay.
My pronouns are
bumblebee.
F and U.
I am a fuzzy bumblebee.
My pronouns are lick in my undercarriage.
Do you remember that freaking thing where like there was some CNN guy that walked up to a Trump supporter at a Trump rally, right? And he's like, he asked him, where are you from? Or like, what's your name? And he says, oh, my name is Go F Yourself.
My name is What's It To Ya?
It was just so clean and crisp. It was just like, it just came right off his tongue. It was like, oh, my name is Go F Yourself. And it wasn't F yourself. It was like, it was the F ball, right?
It was the bad word.
It was so great. It was just so fast. It was like his face wasn't even phased. Like he didn't even think about it. It was just like, oh well, my name is Go F Yourself. What's yours? It's like that, right? It's like that. That'll be my pronoun, right? It's like Go F Yourself.
Oh,
anyway,
okay, so look at the number 2 down below. It's kind of sort of hidden by our little boxes on the screen, but it says.
Can I swear on the stream?
Caribbean and African Caribbean, and African Caribbean has replaced the term Afro-Caribbean to refer to Caribbean peoples as those of Caribbean origin who are of African descent. There's also a view that the term should not be hyphenated. And it kind of went on, but obviously they didn't take a picture of the next page. But it's like, well, wait a minute here. What? African Caribbean and or African Caribbean ... African / Caribbean has replaced the term Afro Caribbean.
What's wrong with Afro Caribbean?
Call him by his name. What the fuck is his name? Or her name? What the fuck? Why do you need to label people with something that they're not? Who gives a shit if they're African Caribbean?
Well, it's so they can put you in a box.
I'm fucking Polish. I mean, we want to sit there and start labeling things. I'm no longer white. I'm Polish. Go fuck yourself when you call me anything other than that. That's how much you can swear on this channel.
Wait, we can say fuck?
Well, within terms, I mean, you gotta be smart about it. You can't just sit there and be like, "Oh, fuckity fuck, fuck, fuck."
I've
You know,
said fuck.
You just did.
Yo, what if
because saying it like that's just not
Yes, yeah, don't say effity FFF.
what if
And don't
what if
say these
someone's
other words too,
pronouns,
right?
guys?
Oh,
What if
God.
someone's pronouns
Oh, God.
was motherfucker?
I identify as a wizard motherfucker.
I'm pretty
Wizard
sure that
motherfucker.
exists. I'm pretty sure that's a thing. I'm absolutely positive that does in fact exist in this world at this point.
Started at University of California, San Diego. What is socialism?
No fucking way. They got a fucking QR code. Wait, let me scan that bitch.
Scan the QR code just to make sure. Let me move that around a little bit.
What is socialism?
Socialism and capitalism are economic.
Socialism is the best diet plan on planet Earth.
They deal with that your job is and who is in charge. Capitalists believe that the workplace should operate like a dictatorship.
Meanwhile, communists have literal
all the
dictatorships.
shots, the CEO. Well, who do you want to call the shots? Everybody when it comes to, somebody's private business?
I am the CEO of socialism. Please report to me if you have any questions.
The socialists believe that everyone who works in a business should have a say in its operation. Socialists believe they should have democracy in the workplace. No, politics and work should be separate from each other. You shouldn't bring politics to work, and you should not bring your identity either. You're there to do the fucking job, and that's it. You do the fucking job.
Scan
You
the
don't
fucking code.
If you believe
Start a worker co-op.
freedom and equality, you are a socialist. If you believe in democracy, freedom, and equality. Okay, hold on. If you believe in democracy.
Oh, they got a link tree, guys.
Nice. I got a link tree. I got a link tree /coolfrog. You can go and you can follow me almost anywhere. It's amazing. There's so many places that you can follow me. Not everywhere do I have content, but a lot of places
I
do.
just want to own my own means of production, but not in a socialist
Listen to
kind
this.
of way.
One of these links is sign the petition to tell Joe Biden to cancel our student debt! !
So I really want to actually kind of comb through this last little thing on here. So this is, if you believe in democracy, freedom, and equality, you're a socialist. Well, no, I don't believe that's all completely true. Because if you believed in democracy and actually believed in freedom as well as equality, makes you a freaking asshole. That's what that does. It doesn't make you a socialist. Because not everybody that believes in any of, because, I believe in freedom.
Well, what they're trying to say is that their goal is democratic control of
I'm not
productive assets rather than ownership by one person. So they want to establish like a board of directors and like a union and stuff.
Then go fuck themselves, because that's not how it works. That's just not how it works. It's a business. It seriously, to run a business, it requires a chain of command to run properly. Why?
Most worker
You go and you
cooperatives
fuck
that are
around and you
successful.
slack off and you're not doing your job. You need somebody that's higher up than you, that's maybe the motivational one, that actually looks at you and says, I need you to do this way at this point in time every single time.
Yeah.
Not just when you feel like you want to do it, but I mean, I really, it's really, I've worked so many jobs in my lifetime that, when to come up with a for instance for you is by simply taking any job that I've done and messed something up and been told by the manager that I did it, or the boss or the floor boss or the whatever, that I did it wrong and I needed to put it back, a different way, or put it the way it was intended to be. And I needed to quit, stop doing what I was doing and talking to everybody. And it's like, oh, and that's usually what it came down to, is because I'd go and I'd find my way across the floor to ask a question of somebody, which would turn into them asking me a question, into us holding a conversation over, the next 15 minutes, as opposed to me actually doing my job. And I'd get yelled at all the time and be like, get back over there and do your job. As soon as I could get over there, and I'd go out and hammer some stuff out real quick, get it done twice as fast, 3 times as fast as anybody else doing their shit. And, have this whole pile of stuff all ready to go, whatever. And then all of a sudden I'd go walk over to somebody else and hold a little 10-minute conversation and come back and sit down. And I would continue working, whatever. I kind of watch. You could see that the boss was coming on the floor from a half a mile away. Because you could hear certain doors clicking or whatever. So you're like, oh, there's a come. So you could quick go back to doing what you're doing. And all of a sudden, they're looking at you, and they're like, when they do catch you, they're like, how long have you been sitting here? It's like, oh, seriously, I just a minute. I just came over here, whatever. I was just asking them a question about this, and this, or whatever. And it's super easy to come up with a stupid lie off the top of your head, just to be like, yeah, well, I was talking to him about the color of this particular item it looked like it was off color. And I know that they're good at with their color perceptions and whatever. And you just throw something totally off at him, and just to keep the boss, at ease or whatever. And she'd be like, well, I need you at your station doing your work. And I'm like, oh, I just pretty much done everything that was over there. I said, if there's something else that you needed done, maybe you can, have something in mind for me. And she's like, what do you mean? I'm like, seriously, that job's done. And she's like,
yeah.
Is it done? I'm like, yep, it's done. If you had something else that you have or whatever, I'm going to go clean that up. And then, we can move on to the next project. And she'd be like, okay, she'd get all kind of confused or whatever, and she'd walk away, and she'd go find something else and come back, and she'd be like, oh, hey, why don't you come back over here and do this again? Or why don't you come do this one when you're done? And you'd be done, halfway done with that job by the next hour or whatever. And she'd be like, okay, I need you to stop for a second. And be like, what do you mean? She said, I need you to slow down. You're working too fast. It's like, well, wait a minute here. What do you want from me? And she's like, well, I'm like, is the product look bad? Is it not done correctly for you? And she's like, no, it all looks good. It all looks all right. And she's like flipping through all this stuff or whatever. It was a weird company that produces sports memorabilia. And, so we just can't, clear coating product things or whatever. And she was like, everything looks super clean and nice. And like, that's just doing your job. And she'd be like, what do you mean? I'm like, it's this called doing your fucking job. I mean, even when you start adding this kind of shit, the democracies and the freedoms and the equalities into your job, you're no longer doing a job. You're
Yeah,
now
well,
doing some fluffy ass bullshit because you don't want to do your fucking job. Just do your job. That's all
what
you
I'd
gotta
like
do.
to what I'd like to add is that most worker cooperatives that are successful aren't built around socialism. They're usually religious communities, like
shit.
very traditional religious communities. Socialist co-ops
Yeah, yeah.
always
I see what you're
collapse.
talking about with the religious because I go back into all these jobs that
So
I've had, or whatever, and most of them come out of the same town or whatever.
yeah,
But in town
so
hall.
socialist worker co-ops usually collapse because they can't agree on anything.
Right.
Yeah.
So, Shirts, you have anything to say about any of this? Nothing.
Nope, not really.
No, not really. Okay, let's move on. We've
Everybody else
unsuspended
kind of covered that pretty well. There.
Defiant Else must have been suspended. I had followed her into the bathroom and left. Wants these people to be able to use the woman's restroom.
Oh God, this thing
with
like
your young daughter.
kind of pissed me off a little bit.
Alright guys, I just went to the bathroom again. This lady yelled at me for being a dude in the women's restroom. Like, I'm a girl. Technically, still.
I'm a girl.
Still funny.
Yeah.
At least it wasn't as bad as last time. She was chuckling the entire time she was in the bathroom.
Yeah, because she's nervous as fuck.
Because I had followed her into the bathroom.
What the fuck, bro?
Anyways, hope you guys are having a good day.
What a psycho.
The small things that make you laugh. Alright guys, I just went to the bathroom again. This lady yelled at me for being a dude in the women's restroom. Like, I'm a girl.
Cause that's how girls talk. You're freaking
Still funny.
You're
At least
insane.
it wasn't as bad as last time.
You are mentally insane.
As bad as last time. Getting real tired of this shit.
I'm old Greg.
So looks like Joel Berry here really kind of hit it on the head there. He says the amazing thing accounts like Defiant Else and Lips of TikTok teach us is all you need to do is defeat the left, is to show the world what the left believes in their own words, unfiltered, unbreaded.
Unbreaded.
This is apparently the dude who hacked to give Send Go.
Oh God.
Oh, yep.
This guy is freaking demonic. Oh, make it big so you can see him move. Like he's freaking creepy as hell.
Nothing scares me. Nothing. Yes, I doxed the truckers! I did it! It was me! I hacked to give Send Go, baby! And I do it again!
I mean, look at it like kid.
I do it 100 times! I did it! I did it! Come at me! What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do to me, huh?
And look at it. This way he's moving.
Why is he
It's
doing?
what the hell?
I hacked Epic Hosting! I hacked Parler! I hacked Gab! I hacked Truth Social! I hacked Go! Give Send Go! I don't care!
I'm kind of intimidated, not gonna lie.
You can literally put my name into the news tab on Google, and you can find everything I've done.
This guy's intense.
I am literally in every mainstream media publication for the things that I do. I'm not an unknown Mac.
Listen to what he says next. This is fucked. He's not an unknown actor. He says, like, I'm literally a cyber terrorist. Play it.
I just go stand up in front of this person and he'd probably spaz and be like, you're racist. Just
I don't know. I feel like this guy would, like, if you tried threatening him in person, he'd, like, piss on you.
I
or
wouldn't even
something.
have to even try. I would seriously just stand
You'd,
up
like,
and
do
look
some, like,
right at him.
territorial,
Seriously,
like,
get so many people that look at me,
like a
look
skunk.
at me and be like, "You're
Like a
intimidating."
skunk. He'd, like,
I'm like, I'm
piss on you.
intimidating. How am I intimidating?
Yes, the skunks have a white stripe. He has a red one, I guess. So
When
yeah.
we go back into
Right.
Crystal, afterwards, I'll show you what I look like, and I'll tell you.
This guy scares me for real.
Frogman's jealous that you're not intimidated by him.
No, you'll understand why people say I look intimidating. Because I'm just a big dude.
All right. Very, very tough. Very tough.
He's a big frog. I mean, look, you know. He's like a giant
but
walking, talking frog. I mean, God.
I'm also 6 foot. I guess 5'11". I'm technically
Frogs normally aren't that
considered
tall,
short
so yeah,
for
it's
my
kind of
family.
scary.
I'm the shortest in the family of like 20 cousins or whatever. Everybody's taller than me.
Frogs.
Just sitting at 220.
Some of the chemicals in the water turn the frogs gay. Some of them turn them huge. Just you know.
Huge.
I'm literally a famous fucking cyber terrorist! And you think that you could scare me?
Yeah, I can. I can just stand there and look at you, not scare you, because you snap.
He seems like a Bond villain. But not a very collected one.
Right.
See, they always default to the pedophile accusations. They always default to that because they have nothing else. It's actually some projection. That guy, I want to see his browser history. That guy loves little girls. I've hunted pedophiles. I've outed pedophile rings online. I have gotten pedophiles arrested, buddy. You have no idea who the hell I am.
Oh my God.
There isn't proof of shit, you fucking lying little cunt. Die! I'm going to restart this live.
Oh my
Come
God.
back.
I mean, and this is the other thing. Too,
Honeypots, how do they work?
I mean, okay. Now listen to this guy, and then people think that Alex Jones is like some crazy hacko freak who wants to kill everybody. I mean, really. And then look at this. Look at these lefty freaks.
Oh,
listen to them talk on MSNBC and on the internet like this. It's insane. They're literally crazy.
Exactly. Wackadoo needs to go see a freaking psychologist.
And Alex Jones goes Super Saiyan, and it's like, oh my God, it's the most horrible thing ever. It's like, well, no. He's just very passionate. Like, this guy is psycho.
You were interviewed a year ago about the
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh, no, you didn't interrupt. I was done. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm like, oops. Just trying to move the screen so that it's ready for the next little segment. So, Comfortability Smug posted this.
You were interviewed a year ago about the Super Bowl, and you expressed hope that come this year that they'd be able to fill the stands again with people. And that apparently is going to be the case. However, many of those people won't be wearing masks, despite the local law in Los Angeles. What is your message to people who want desperately for this to be over and to be able to resume the lives that they remember?
Well, look, I love how people talk about personal freedom.
No, you don't.
If you're exercising personal freedom puts someone else in jeopardy, their health in jeopardy. I don't consider that to be very dealing with freedom.
You were interviewed a year ago
It's
about
just
the
so
Super
beautiful.
Bowl, and you expressed hope that
Did a good job. Did a good job on the editing on this one.
Oh yeah.
I hate
Oh
the
yeah.
pre-prepared questions from Lester.
The entire elite booth in a freaking at the freaking Super Bowl is filled with every single person that's there. None of them are masked. None of them. Not a goddamn one of these SOBs and bitches are wearing one freaking mask. Not one of them. And then everybody else has to. But yet it's not about control, ladies and gentlemen.
Cry baby James sitting right there himself. He doesn't wear a mask.
Oh, yeah.
Sits-
Oh my god.
Brilliant.
Oh my god. This is literally happening.
In case your Valentine's Day sucked, just know other people had it worse.
Frickin' Sean White.
That's how I kiss girls so I don't get their cooties.
I mean, really, it's like, oh my god. Oh my god.
I mean, obviously,
Gotta wear the whole face shield.
I mean,
The
legit.
face
I mean, at
shield-
least if it was a piece of cloth, you'd be able to feel each other.
The face shield stays on during sex.
I would hope this is just a joke. And they did this.
It's most certainly a joke.
Oh no, it's real. Oh god. I mean,
oh, there's the skunk again.
Oh my god. Oh god, how many?
There's the red rooster.
It's Kentucky. Except
if you actually read any articles about me and my shit in the news, you would know that I did in fact spend time with my son in the United States very, very recently. It was written.
Do you have a kid?
I'm gonna call him Cyber Skunk.
Okay, either that's a lie or that poor child.
What is wrong with you? I did spend
time with my son in the United States very, very recently.
So what are you saying? You finally spent some time with your child? Is that what happened? You finally spent time with the child? How many years has it been since you've seen that child last? What a dick.
Was it supervised?
Yeah,
it was written.
Right.
The finger, right after saying something like that,
flips you the bird.
Tell that most likely he hasn't seen this child in several years to several months.
About in CNN. So all of you people that are going, ooh, we found this guy. We found him. We've exposed him. We exposed him. It's like I was literally on CNN in December. Y'all are fucking jokes.
Yeah, literally nobody watches. Nobody would know because nobody watches.
He's the one guest or the one viewer.
Yeah, he's the one guest and viewer, yeah. Of a cable network channel.
For hacking a company called Epic Hosting, which serviced the far right and domestic extremists.
As he calls himself a cyber terrorist. You know, it's just one of those normal things.
What? I'm confused. Gotta go back a few seconds.
You should.
And domestic extremists. You know, kind of a similar situation to what... For hacking a company called Epic Hosting, which serviced the far right and domestic...
He hacked into a company called Epic Hosting.
He's like the gay bad guy from Blade Runner.
So why don't you guys do this research and look up Epic Hosting for me and see what they all own. See what he was going after and why he was going after it.
Domestic extremists. You know, kind of a similar situation to what we have now.
Epic Hosting Group.
Yeah, the far right.
The edge of technology, riding the finest line between keeping our systems up and performing while implementing New technology to make sure we stay on the cutting edge. We take pride in blending the proven and reliable with the new and innovative. Who owns Epic Hosting? Judith Faulkner, Carl Vrack. Yeah, it
Doesn't really say what they do.
Let's try this.
It must be an online hosting site or something.
If he's really done all this shit, he's probably Antifa's like most competent guy.
Yeah, that is to say, if he's really done it.
I mean, more power to him if that's what he wants to do, and he can do it, and he can get away with it without, worrying about private militias coming after you. Whatever.
I like that he's taking out pedophiles. That's nice.
Oh yeah, I mean, certain maps belong on walls
with nails through them.
Maps belong on walls. A truer statement has never been said.
No, I'm not for the convoy. I'm against the convoy. I'm against the convoy, 110%.
Why? Why are you against the convoy?
Because he's a stupid son of a bitch who thinks that fascism is the way to go.
This guy's my new favorite movie villain.
My name is Aubrey Connell, aka Cortana. I'm a hacker, security researcher, and founder of the Hacktivist Collective.
The Hacktivist Collective? Holy hell. Oh my god. What the
My name is Aubrey Connell, aka Cortana. I'm a hacker.
Aubrey what?
Aubrey Tanner?
Who cares?
Yeah.
My name is Aubrey Connell.
Aubrey Connor.
aka Cortana. I'm a hacker, security researcher, and founder of the Hacktivist Collective Anonymous.
Is
nice
Aubrey
to meet
an
you.
androgynous name?
Y'all.
Maybe.
My name is Aubrey Connell, aka Cortana. I'm a hacker, security researcher, and founder of the Hacktivist Collective Anonymous. Nice to meet
The Hacktivist Collective Anonymous.
What? He's anonymous? Not anymore.
Yeah, right. Dumbass.
See, I feel like
we are legion.
Want to get this guy?
We are assholes.
Meet you. Y'all, I ain't shit.
Y'all, I ain't shit.
Did you just tell us that you ate shit?
I mean, he's literally psycho. He's literally psychotic.
I ate shit.
Yo, I ate shit.
I ate.
Y'all, I ate shit.
I ate.
Yeah.
Let's listen to
He
him
probably
again.
does.
Listen
That's
really
probably a
close.
ritual for him.
Y'all, I ain't shit.
I ain't shit.
Ain't.
I think he said I ate shit.
That's what I want to believe you said. Let's go with that. Please, let's go with that.
Oh, I ain't shit.
So I ate shit because
I ate shit.
I'm some like Satanist and that's my favorite food. So.
No, they like babies.
Oh, that too. But Oh, you think I'm exaggerating when I say that? By the way,
Yeah, I'm a commie. I'm a commie, an anarchist. I don't care. Communism. Bring me fully automated luxury gay space communism.
At least he's
I
consistent.
knew he was fucking gay.
But he's got a son. So there's that.
Don't you know that men can have babies too?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Come on. Y'all think I live in my mommy's basement? No, I live on my fucking own. I'm a 34-year-old man and I'm a fucking parent.
Why do you act like a child?
Literally.
My favorite programming language is Perl.
What the hell?
You idiot. Your favorite programming language is Perl? Come on, man.
Oh, that's like a computer thing or whatever.
Yeah, it's a computer thing.
I'm clearly unhinged.
Yes, you are. You are literally the very first fully truthful
I like
statement.
his honesty.
I am an unhinged freak that worships Satan, and I hate Christians, and all the rest of that.
You need to see a
Has
psychologist.
he said he worships Satan?
No, I just made that up.
They're not getting under my skin. See, here's the thing. I'm a troll, and
I'm a troll.
I mean, I guarantee you, he's some sort of Satanist of some kind. I mean, let's just be honest. I mean, at this point,
and I love trolls trying to troll me. I do, because if you think that I can be unhinged here like this, if I had no restrictions, if I did not have to worry about
what?
Yeah, about what? I'm curious.
About a
What
what?
you gotta worry about? He's like, oh man, if this.
I mean, look at him. He's like, he's like twisting his body like a snake. It's like, what the hell? He's like contorting his body as he's sitting there.
Nothing scares me. Nothing. If you actually read any articles about, my name is Aubrey Con.
Okay, hold on here. Is there more in here? Oh my lord, there's more.
Holy freak!
You guys like this guy?
Oh look, see,
cool.
Scroll back up. Go to that guy. Go to that guy. FBI guy.
This is
him. Watch him do the dance, right?
Same vibe.
Like it is. It's literally the same thing. It is literally the same thing.
So these are the ones that we just
They like wiggle themselves around like. Yeah.
Alleged cyber.
They're just Jellicle guys.
Well, credited for hacking Gab. Issues Antifa to dox the Honeypot Freedom Convoy. What? So there's some interesting articles that look like that come from a couple different places that are tied into this particular thread on the TikTok. Make sure that you guys subscribe to Lives of TikTok. Lives of TikTok does a great job. We all appreciate her. Okay, what the hell is this? The Washington Post is contacting people whose donation info was leaked and who gave as little as $40 to the truckers to ask them why they did so. Really? Blank. My name is Blank. I'm a reporter at the Washington Post, and I'm writing about leaked data on the Give, Send, Go contribution to the trucker convoy in Canada. Your name and email address were associated with a $40 contribution. Could you please tell me if this matches your records? And either call or reply to the email to share what motivated you to contribute to the campaign.
I hope every single one of these people get together and some sort of like class action lawsuit and sue the hell out of every one of these goddamn newspapers and news people that go off and just take their information and then harass them like this. Like, what the hell is it of your business, and why the hell are you spying in on people whose information has been leaked?
Why is it associated with the $40 contribution?
Yeah, it's like, well, who cares how much I gave? I mean, but that's the thing, right? It's about the harassment. It's like, this so-and-so person gave $40. What the hell's wrong with you?
$40 or $400.
Yeah.
If I want to contribute to something, that's up to me to actually decide to what to put my money towards. If I want to give my money to this large group of truckers so that they have a means of doing what they need to do, I don't need you going in there and telling me that I can't do what I want to do. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, this is just total intimidation and harassment by the globalist controlled political left. to try and make people, to try and, again, it's to intimidate people so that, oh, dang, not only is my information going to get leaked, but all of these news people all over the world, just like they went after Trump, now they're going to go after little old me in my house.
Nice comment.
And they're going to dox my name, and then everybody's going to come to my house. I mean, that's what this is. That's what this is for. And like you donated $5, $40, you get a worse punishment. You get a worse article written about you. I mean, that's what this is going to lead to.
This was a comment that was on that.
Oh yeah, funded
by GoFundMe.
Oh, go F them.
Do you remember this? Does anybody not remember these 4 years of harassment from the left? And
these are just
Black
the big
Lives Matter
cities that happened in there. It was all over the place.
Oh yeah. GoFundMe can go F themselves.
Go back.
Because we have give, send, go. So go F yourself.
Do you believe Trudeau is Castro's son? Genuinely curious.
Every freaking one of those people is a genius. There you go. Excuse me, not genius. Just like common sense people who look at two people and go, "Oh yeah, they're literally identical twins."
You said it. I heard you. Those people are genius. Oh,
we'll go with that. Sure, yeah.
One of the most liberal cities in America just recalled 3 progressive school board members who pushed the schools to remain closed. Huge win. Parents have had enough. 3 progressive San Francisco school board members voted for outside vote. Blah blah blah. Blah blah blah.
Bye.
Look at these
lefty
3.
freaks. Go home to mommy. Go home
Pay
to mommy.
attention to what these 3 look like. Look at that thing. What is that? What is this thing on top of her head?
It's a hedgehog.
It's a shit like my hair.
But
it comes to life at night.
Take a look at what's actually toxic, and pay attention to what's coming into your potential schools or whatever, because they want to be teachers and they want to push their ways. If they get kicked out of one place, you think they're going to stop? They're going to just go find a job somewhere else where they're allowed to do what they want to do.
Oh yeah, totally. Yep.
They're not going to
like
stop.
Jack Murphy.
Yeah.
Just like Jack Murphy.
I'm not kidding.
Oh yeah, I know you're
like. Why are you grooming kids?
Okay, that didn't work. So.
Oh, did you hear Nick Rekieta talk about? Not take it off the topic per se, but did you hear Nick Rekieta talk about how he's been on Twitter or someplace posting how he's found religion now or something? I mean, it's just the most insane shit. It's like, oh god, oh my gosh, just stop.
Okay, so
he just keeps going.
He's gonna come back to all the people that he said awful things to, right? And he's gonna apologize now.
Oh, probably. Be like, oh, I never, It's like, yeah, just anyway.
Exclusive. I have obtained an email from the assistant principal of the Pascal San Francisco, where she advises teachers to change the 7th graders' pronouns. She warns them that the students' parents do not know. They're actively going behind the parents' backs and hiding this information. From here on out, Rebecca blank shall be referred to as Evan, he, they. He will use the girls' bathroom facilities. All students and staff may know there will not be an announcement in class. Evan's parents do not know. So Synergy in any information that goes home shall say, Rebecca, please make note in your sub-plans to use Evan knowing. The attendance sheet from Synergy will say Rebecca.
Fucking
pronouns.
I know, it's like, do these kids even want to be this? I mean, obviously, who gives a damn, right? But
into the schooling is going. I'm not abreast.
I mean, this is literally torture. It's like, wear a mask, and oh, by the way, if you're a boy, you're a girl now. Shut up. It's like, but wait, what? It's like, no, like, you're a girl now. Your name is I don't know,
Well, it was a girl that won
Sandy.
7, I think.
Your name is Sandra. Like, shut up. It's like, but my name is Billy. Like, nope, 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 not anymore, not anymore. Oh, and you don't have a face mask on either. It was like, and it's like, oh my god, you went into the boys' bathroom. You should know better. It's like just full blown like psychological torture.
The toxicity in our city.
So this one goes and it says, you just know everyone who attended had colorful hair and a septum piercing.
Oh
Oh
my
god, that picture.
Marxist Reading Group, Johnson Tower, 7th floor conference room, Thursday, January 27th at 4:30 p.m. If I could actually see if I can't move this in.
It's like we rule over you, we lie to you.
Capitalism, we rule you, we fool you. I can't read the red one.
It's a very old, famous Marxist meme. It's from like the 1918. It's from the 20th century, early 20th century.
But it's not capitalism that is on top of everything. It's these globalist freaks.
Right.
Well, capitalism is global.
Are we going to end that right there? See
What?
something? You going to end that right there? You're not going to, there's nothing more to say to that?
Oh, well.
Say about what?
Interesting piece of history, I suppose, that shouldn't be hawked around anymore.
We're going to skip past that one because it has stuff to do with certain things. There's a TikTok follower on Instagram.
Look at all these masks. Oh my god.
Holy Jesus.
Yuck. When you think
how do they
about
see what
not,
gear they're shifting
I'm
into?
not even talking the grossness of thinking of this is.
They just count.
This
They
is
just count.
Of whatever was on this
It's
person's
like, shit, it's reverse.
Chances are, with the leopard print steering wheel cover, this
of course it's leopard print.
female has lipsticks and chapsticks and makeups and all this other stuff all over each one of these that's sitting there baking in the sun, and that's just disgusting. I bet it stinks.
Let me go on like a face mask in the sun.
Oh yeah, that's another thing. See that picture up there with the face masks on the beaches, right? It's like, oh, we love the environment so much. We love it so much. Oh god, it's just so we just want to help everybody. Oh my god. It's totally not about controlling you. Oh my god, no. We love you all. Bill Gates loves everybody.
1.56 billion face masks will enter the marine environment in 2020. That's disgusting.
Meanwhile, you can't drink out of a plastic straw, but those things can go God knows where.
That is just sickening. And the cheetah print steering wheel is just all the better. This must be in England or somewhere.
Yeah, it's a British.
Oh my gosh!
Look at the reply.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, look at the yellowed ones. What the fuck? Please
Literally
don't go to
insane.
different types of masks.
So gross.
Freaking crazy. Crazy ass people.
Gross. So gross.
I mean, really, honestly. I mean, how many bacterium is just like growing all over that? Like mold and like fungus and whatever, and it's like, oh yeah, let's just throw it back in her face because government says so.
Just want to counteract
Lovely
that.
chin strap.
I actually pulled my daughter out of a.
Okay, hold on here. It's because this is a comment that goes to this one. Yes, thank you.
I mean, you gotta love the chin strap movement. You can't, you gotta do it.
To get smoked.
So you can freaking breathe.
How long are we planning on streaming tonight?
Oh, I don't know. We're just hitting
People
2
usually,
hours.
Shano, if you got a dip, people usually just kind of dip when they
Right.
got
If you need to take off or whatever, whatever if there's anything you want to say before you go, you can go. Whatever. Do what you want to do.
Yeah. Well, I enjoyed being on the stream tonight. Thanks for inviting me.
Yeah,
it was
absolutely.
fun.
Anytime you
people
want.
can find you, man?
What's that?
Anywhere people can find you?
You want to show anything out, like anywhere we can find you, anywhere that you want other people to follow you?
I don't have
TikTok.
anything to shill
You're not
just yet, but in the future I will.
Okay.
The grift is strong.
All right.
Peace
out,
That's what
my
we want to
dudes.
say.
Hey,
okay.
night,
Later. Later, Dobre. Dobrashing. Dobrashing.
And then it was 3.
Just want to counteract that. I actually pulled my daughter out of AM Culp because of the 5th grade teacher who lined those students up from whitest to darkest, made them turn around, and the white ones needed to apologize to the black ones. Now, do not tell me that it did not happen, okay, in this district. You need to put an end to this. Kids do not see color, and you are segregating them and you are separating them. This is not okay. Do something or get out of those damn chairs.
See, the problem is they don't realize that Karens love their kids.
The downside to this is that she missed one thing.
Man, can I please?
What are you doing? You gonna speak?
Yeah. So I was just saying, like, these Karens, man, they love their kids unconditionally. If you fuck with their kids, you have officially fucked with them in any sense of the word. And now they're getting pissed off and they're going against the schools. There's going to be an uprising of freaking Karens that is just going to wash over this country.
She needed to add one sentence, and that was "Go fuck yourself." Needs to add to that. And that's one sentence that she missed.
Just want to counteract that. I actually pulled my daughter out of AM Culp because of the 5th grade teacher who lined those students up from whitest to darkest, made them turn around, and the white ones needed to apologize to the black ones. Now, do not tell me that it did not happen, okay, in this district. You need to put an end to this. Kids do not see color, and you are segregating them and you are separating them. This is not okay. Do something or get out of those damn chairs.
It's exactly what this lady needed to say. Other than she needed to add the one sentence. Because that's what they all need to do.
This, oh God. Oh my God. Oh, my eyes. My eyes. Oh God. They burn. Oh,
that
God.
hurt. That hurt.
I mean, you don't even need pepper spray after that. Like, that doesn't even do. You just need to like flash her face. And, like, that's what the police need to do. Is just like show a giant banner with her on it. And it's just like, oh, my eyes! Ah, God!
Jimmy, look at the
just,
screen.
like, starts falling backwards and like squirming and like, please make it stop.
No, I saw her.
Oh God!
Was retching, so you couldn't quite.
No, I just thought you needed another shot.
Needed another dose, yeah.
Yeah, now I can't see anything. Thanks. That's
Yep, you're welcome. Good.
God.
So this next one says, I don't think he
Ugh.
likes white people. Many such racist videos like this one on his account with 1 million followers. Dang.
They're all bots.
Guys, I just wanted to get on here really quick and offer a sincere apology. These past few weeks, I made a few remarks that were unthoughtful and just overall discriminatory. I did refer to white people as arcs, pink nipple bitches. I have called white women in the past struggling actresses, and I do feel as though there is a better way these messages that I'm trying to get across can be conveyed. And
My
so
God.
what I really meant to say was, you crystal methamphetamine powdered iguanas can suck one. Hello guys, I just wanted to get on here really quick and offer a
Oh my gosh.
I prefer male monkeys myself.
You crystal methamphetamine powdered iguanas can suck one.
God.
So, in my day, I'm a little bit older than these other guys.
In my
day. No,
When
seriously,
the
which
snow
really
is up
isn't so
to my
long ago
kneecaps.
when you think about it.
1999.
No, we were pretty much. I mean, as kids, we were brought up to go outside and hang out with our friends, go play baseball, football, whatever. Go to the park, have fun. But always remember that sticks and stones can break your bones, but words can never hurt you. And we were always, I don't know why that one always so stuck with me for so long or whatever, until, this kind of stuff comes along. It's like, you go ahead, call me a crystal methamphetamine powdered iguana all you want.
What the hell does that even mean? Like, what
don't
the hell
know.
goes through someone's mind that they come up with that kind of terminology to describe another group of people? I mean, honest to
You
God.
know just as well as I do that this guy is full of shit.
Oh yes, he's probably full of meth himself half the time. I mean, let's just be honest. The teeth just don't show it yet, but they
he's
will
the one
eventually.
that's calling people names. We're not calling him names. We're not trying to come up with some way of calling him a name and calling him a whatever,
Psychopathic weirdo.
A phrase?
I'm not even going to attempt because it's going to stoop to his level, and let him just sit at the low level of calling people names. The ignorance will shine through, and everybody knows that ignorant people stay ignorant.
He's beyond ignorant.
I just.
Oh God.
These people.
And he can't even talk, by the way. Like, he can't even talk out of his mouth. He's like mumbling like out of his nose, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yeah, he can't even talk out of his mouth.
Potomac Shores. Yesterday, we kicked off Kindness Matters Week by decorating the Shores Metal Sidewalk. Thanks, students, for spreading kindness today and every day.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Stop it. Let go! Do not push me! Let go! Stop!
Why are you assaulting those people? Why are you assaulting them?
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Stop it. Let go! Do not push me! Let go! Stop!
Why are you assaulting those people? Why are you assaulting them?
I mean, it's too bad that the camera didn't really show the quote unquote assault. But I mean, forcing people these are people responsible for children's education. They assaulted the parent that
Educación fasciste.
wasn't wearing right, the statement on their face. Do you treat children like this? Is also it's I mean it's just one of the comments that came along with that. But that's kind of disturbing. I've seen several things come up in the last couple weeks here, or whatever.
Yeah, soon it'll be like, hey, I'm here to get my kid. It's like, oh, you don't have a mask on? Oh, too bad. Your kid's ours now. Sorry. It's
right.
like, oh, really? The state can just kidnap your kid and whatever. I mean, this is where they want to go. I'm not saying it's they're gonna be all that successful, but that's where they wanted to go. Maybe they are. Who knows?
Okay,
Gotta
so
put up more of a stop to it.
this is a follow up to this. We read this one earlier. The Rebecca wanted to be referred to as Evan, but we won't send this home to the parents because we don't want them to know. So this is the school has now deleted their Twitter account.
Oh, they all had 19 followers anyway. They were all libtard students. Excuse me, not students, teachers, libtard teachers.
The incompetence of the LA County BOS is only outweighed by the hypocrisy. This is to notify you that the Los Angeles County Fire Department is imposing a 5-day suspension from your permanent position of firefighter due to your failure to comply with the Department of Human Resources policies, procedures, and guidelines. Policy 640, vaccination policy, and notice of testing requirements because of the department's current staffing crisis, resulting in the current surge. Your 5-day suspension without pay will be served at a future date. I'd be like,
I'm sure it will be.
I'm taking my 5 days right now, not when you decide to give it to me. If you're going to give it to me hard, baby. Because what the fuck?
Oh my.
This is December 22nd, 2021. Yeah, so this is a few months ago, whatever that they were. He finally got the paperwork ready and took the photo, put it out there. That's ridiculous. Oh.
Oh no.
I keep falling asleep reading this study, which is basically on toxic masculinity in environmentalism. Because, we know studies are interesting, but when you're really tired, they can be dry. I'm gonna finish reading it tomorrow. It was a study with 960 people, and men are less likely to recycle or use reusable shopping bags instead of plastic bags, because that's seen as feminine traits to them, and it threatens their masculinity. It's a bag, because caring about the environment is seen as a feminine trait, because stereotypically women are supposed to be more nurturing.
It's seen as an overly emotional reaction bullshit. That's what it's seen as.
There's so much more in the article I'll probably post tomorrow, but imagine your masculinity being so fucking fragile that you would rather contribute to the overproduction of plastic, which is a monument.
Oh, you mean the thing that they told us all that, hey, we can't use trees and stuff, so they went to making plastic, what was it, 30, 40 years ago? And everything went to being made out of plastic stuff, as far as a bag is concerned, right? Because, we can't cut down that many trees, and then now it's get rid of the plastic now. It's it just keeps shape-shifting because it's overly emotional bullshit. It's emotional manipulation, and it's mostly manipulating white females like yourself.
To the overproduction of plastic, which is a monumental problem, then carry a fucking reusable bag. That's really embarrassing for you. I keep falling.
That's embarrassing for a man, but yet, if a man says, hey, I'm sorry, you shouldn't be killing your child in the mother's womb. It's oh, no, you can't tell me because I'm a woman and you don't know my experience as a woman, but yet she could sit here and criticize men and be wow, I feel bad for you. Oh, what? You're not a man, bitch. You don't know what it is. Let's just throw the argument back.
So just to give you, for instance, today we went grocery shopping, and we went to the local Walmart or whatever because we weren't buying meat or anything. We were just buying, boxed canned goods, whatever that we needed. And, going through the store and just getting ready to go, whatever, walk up through the registers. And it's like the state of Minnesota, you'd think it would be, seriously, people are like not wearing masks. Workers are not wearing masks. I was in the one aisle, I kind of walked up in it, whatever, behind a lady, and she started spazzing. She's a little old lady, and she started, you could see her kind of shuddering or whatever. As she's the only one in the aisle with a mask on, and she goes and turns around and walks off the aisle, or whatever. And I'm just kind of like you can totally see people are getting to the point of not, like nobody's seriously paying attention to mask mandates. Period. It's just like you're like, oh, wait a minute, what? That's kind of strange. You're like, oh, walk up to check out, and the lady that's sitting at the register, and she's got her mask on, and she's just sitting there going. And I noticed that the old lady that was, whatever, behind me or in front of me, and wanting to get out of that aisle, she come walk up behind me as we're kind of standing there. There's the three of us, so from the child, and she just kind of looks at us, and she goes and she actually moved back a whole nother dot, whatever, like she's standing in line still instead of unloading her shit. It's like, if you're gonna be that ignorant about stuff or whatever, come on. But seriously, the lady that's bagging our groceries, she's putting all these groceries in like 1, 2 or 3 cans in a plastic bag, and then she'll move it to the next bag, and it's like, I had so many bags. Because when you go shopping for more than 2 people, trying to use reusable bags, you're gonna go and you're gonna lug around 3 or 4 big bags that you're gonna go eventually load your groceries into. Fuck no. I'm not going to sit there and lug around to these bags that I'm going to eventually fill with the stuff that I buy. No, I'm not doing that. That's not how it works. I've used reusable bags, but it's days that you only need a few things. When you go in grocery shopping and you're buying groceries for the next few weeks, no. You're not sitting there worrying about, they're going to give me too many plastic bags. If you're worried about plastic bags and people taking too many of them, think about the process that it takes to actually take these bags. We got a really strict recycling laws in the state, where like plastic bags like that, you don't throw them away. You actually take them, and you actually can, take them back to the local Walmart or whatever and throw them in a bin so that they get recycled properly because of their plastic bags. Hence why they can be recycled. This lady's kind of, she pissed me off, I think.
Yeah, thing.
Just is this a real tattoo, you think? Or is this just...
Probably.
See this on the inside of her fingers? She got a little saying inside her fingers. This is words.
Oh, she's got a tongue piercing too.
Well, that's fine.
Because that's hygienic.
That's fine. She's got her nose pierced. So, it looks like she hasn't eaten.
Probably because it's painful to eat with that freaking piercing in her mouth.
Well, no, I mean, like actual protein. Like, she's really skinny.
I mean, the tongue is the strongest muscle in the body. It helps you digest food. It helps you speak.
Yeah.
It helps you do all those different things. And you're gonna stick a hole right through the middle of it. I mean, it's just. But hey, I'm the masculine toxic masculine male like she's talking about, apparently that offends my masculinity to use common sense and logic and be like, yeah, I'm not going to stick a hole straight through the middle of my tongue. That's just, doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
As seen as a feminine trait because stereotypically women are supposed to be more nurturing, aka nurturing the planet. There's so much more in the article I'll probably post tomorrow, but imagine your masculinity being so fucking fragile that you would rather contribute to the overproduction of plastic, which is a monumental problem, than carry a fucking
People like
reusable
you
bag.
are the monumental problem. That's the monumental problem, is people like
This
you.
look on her face right after she gets done saying that, and she kind of has to shift her jawline, is because she's got this little half smirk on her face. Seriously, well, how ignorant can you get? Dumb. Jimmy got
Well,
anything
we've
to
seen
say about
of
this
TikTok.
bitch?
There's it's worse than this. I mean,
Okay, we'll move on. How about this one?
Carry on.
some people should never take their meds. So.
Got anything to say about that one?
It's like Emperor Zurg if he was a white female.
Is that
Since
Hillary?
we were talking about Buzz Lightyear not too long ago, right? Like that face mask, it feels like it should light up like Emperor Zurg, like whenever he talks, It's like that's what it looks like, It looks very metallic. It's like,
Kind of
Yes,
looks
that's
like it would be
Clinton.
like an older Hillary.
Oh, is that? Oh my God, it is her.
Is this Hillary?
Oh my God, that's her. Holy hell, that's right, because she was wearing that blue when she was walking around the other day, and they were like trying to talk to her. Oh my God, that's Hillary Clinton. Look at the white. That's why she says some people should take their masks off. It's like, yeah, just keep yours on.
Some of the comments are great. Let me click on the comment to make the comments bigger. Oh, that's her. What do you think of that one, Jimmy?
It's pretty accurate.
I mean, she's a literal witch, right? Like you could put one of those hats on her, and like she could fly away on a broom. It's like she's like, I'm going to get my broom in the parking lot. I'll be back to fly over your heads and hex you.
So my son attends Thurston High School. Today he was escorted from class for COVID exposure. The woman who escorted him was Kimberly Pelster, the assistant principal.
No, it's the ass principal.
On the way to the office, she asked him if he was jabbed. He said no. She then asked his age. He said 15. She then proceeded to tell him he can choose to get if he wanted without telling his parents.
Oh yeah, because that's what the UN said. The UN said that if your kids go to public school, then it is implied consent. It's consent. You are consenting to anything the public system wants to do to your kids or teach to your kids, or anything that they want to do. They want to vax them. They want to do anything with them. They want to give them a jab, whatever, right? Like you are consenting to everything. If they want to beat the hell out of them,
Susan,
you're
we're not
consenting.
doctors
I mean,
or
that's
anything.
what
It's
we're
been
in.
over 2 hours, so you're probably not listening to me anyway. But we're just reading the stuff off the screen. We're not. anybody that should go see their doctors and do what's best for them. But yeah,
And don't go to people like this ass principal. I know it means assistant, but I'm just being facetious, right? The ass
No,
principal.
there's no dot, so really,
Right. There's no dot, so it's just an ass. It's just
and the principal's not capitalized, which is it's principal is always capitalized, if I'm not mistaken. When it comes to actually talking about a principal.
well, we're just dissing them because the hell with them.
Right. Well, we're going to call them out on their grammar as well. Fuckers. I'm reading material on 6th grade. This is reading material in a 6th grade classroom. George.
Pink Floyd.
Be who you are. When people look at George, they think they see a boy. But she knows she's not a boy. She knows she's a girl. George thinks she'll have to keep this a secret forever. Then her teacher announces that their class play is going to be Charlotte's Web. George really, really, really wants to play Charlotte. But the teacher says she can't even try out for the part because she's a boy. With the help of her best friend, Kelly, George comes up with a plan.
Of
Not
course, get a
so
girl as your
she
friend.
can be
That'll help.
Charlotte, but so everyone can know who she is once and for all.
God.
And this is actual legitimate text.
I mean, it's
whatever.
literal insanity. It's literally legitimizing insanity, and they're teaching it to your kids. Like, hey, kids, be insane, be crazy, be insane. Be suicidal, whatever, right?
So
oh
then
God.
This is the author, is what it
The
says.
creepo freaks.
Alex Gino loves glitter, ice cream, gardening,
Oh God.
awful puns, and stories that reflect the diversity and complexity of being alive.
Your face is an awful pun.
Melissa, previously published as George, was the first.
Is that your original name?
Melissa was the winner of the Children's Stonewall Award, and the Lambda literally awarded the Children's Choice Book Awards among a host of others. Melissa was also featured in several Best of the Year lists. For more about Alex, please visit alexgino.com.
Good Lord.
I mean, if you really feel the need to actually go read more stuff about, George and the issues with,
yes, we should burn certain books. This is one of them. Actually, no. Keep these books. The hell? What am I saying? We need to keep these books and put them in a museum and be like, this is the point in time when the globalists wanted to literally drive the world off a damn cliff mentally and psychologically. Like, this is what they wanted to do.
Right.
And of course, where all this goes to as well. The other aspect of this, right? It's like, if a boy is a girl and a girl is a boy, well, then there's no sexual reproduction. There's no children. So there you go. Bill Gates gets his depopulation another way.
I was just going to say, Bill Gates is going to be super happy because his depopulation is working better than he thought it would ever.
I mean, every single angle it's like this, right? It's just promoting this agenda. It's pushing it.
Jimmy.
He's alive, I think, right?
Thoughts, which I appreciate so much, is the importance of our community talking to our students and our kids about these issues outside of school. Because when we empower our kids, we empower our teachers, because then they bring up these issues in school and they bring it to the conversation in the classroom. And they are not too young to lead this work, and they are not as attached to things as us adults are. Like, you talk to kids about gender fluidity, and they're ready.
They are.
You're literally insane.
It took you a few seconds to even say that they're actually ready.
And you might trap little children so your pedophile husband can rape them, allegedly, right?
I mean, look at the doubt on her face. She's like, "We're doing this because we."
Yes, we should talk. We should talk about the many ways that you can hold people down and rape them. And kids are ready to have this discussion. I mean, you just wouldn't believe. Oh God, I mean, they're ready. I mean, they just sit there, they just talk about.
They're ready. Yeah,
they're just ready to go, man. Let's beat and rape people. Let's do this.
Susan, we're not promoting this. We're just having fun.
Comfortable with conversations that are hard for adults, the more we're all going to come along. So my big ask to the community is to have these uncomfortable conversations. If you don't have all the answers, that's okay. Tell your kids that they get it. And I just think that that's how we break down some of this. So thanks.
You're a freaking
what kids want to
lunatic.
do most of the time. And I mean, everybody's been a kid once, right? You don't want your parents to get mad at you. So if your parents are sitting there like, hey, let's talk about this, and they keep bringing it up, or your teacher keeps doing it, maybe you'll just go along because you're a kid and you don't want to get punished for some goddamn stupid reason, But hey, what the hell? She'll just keep teaching her demonic shit and whatever.
Right. Somebody went and created a small street sign to go above their Brandon Road. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Booyah. Beast. 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 Beast people there.
How many intersections are in this town?
Yes.
Did they do it to all the intersections?
Oh, yes. Well, I would like the mayor of this.
How many
place,
Let's Go signs? That's a really nice bracket that's on there and everything. I mean, that had to have gotten expensive.
Yeah, I want the mayor. I want this to be like a based mayor and based city council, and just be just authorize this all over the city. Let's go, Brandon. Every intersection where this road goes. It's and then the city people are putting it up, and it's
This is, guys, something amazing happened in Rochester, Massachusetts. Some patriot did this.
Oh, so this, okay, I read it. Okay, I can see down. Good job.
They took it down.
Oh, of course they did. It's freaking Massachusetts. Dang. My hopes and dreams were just wrecked. Oh well. I don't actually want them to endorse, people's politics and force it on people everywhere they go. I'm not really saying that. I'm just being facetious, but yeah.
But
yeah, of course they take it down. If they're in Massachusetts,
when you push and you force politics on people, obviously it's not always a good thing. But at the same time,
this is great.
I get to push back. That's them's the rules.
You got a dish, you better get ready for it to be dished back at you.
Right. You don't get to pick and choose when you get to say something and I don't get to say anything, because that's not how it works.
Yep.
Here's a picture of you right here on Facebook with a crowd of people. That's it. With no mask on. This is my time and I don't interrupt you. Here's another picture with you with a no mask on.
I'm sorry, Ms. Vaught, you are done. If you are going to sit there and disparage a member of our school board, then you can sit down. If you have something effective to say. I have facts and truth on my side. I am not going to sit here.
This is not treating work.
Can we have a police officer, please?
Really?
Yes. No, I'm not scared. I don't care. I would like you to either talk about something. You can talk about something that
There it is. I don't care. I'm an elitist globalist hack. I don't give a damn. I'm going to do whatever the hell I want, whenever the hell I want to do it, and you're going to listen to whatever the hell I tell you, and your kids are going to too, so shut up. There you go.
About our students you would like to talk about. Then talk about our students. Can you please ask the SWAT to leave? Thank you.
Ms. Bob, let's let the rest of us talk.
No. If you would like to finish about students, but if your idea is to stand there. I had to listen to people come and criticize me. People came here and criticized you last year.
Well, I tell her, well, you can go straight to hell because you're sitting here telling everybody else to do this, and you don't do a goddamn bit of it, so.
So this is, I'm told this is at this particular place. So I'm just going to take a quick glance and see if they have more footage from.
And they probably grabbed her and like she's kicking and screaming like, "Oh God, don't pull my hair!" And he's like dragging her out by her hair and like it's like some crazy shit, Let this be an example to you. Never question us. Never question the elite.
Oh. That's kind of interesting. So MCPS, which is Montgomery County Public Schools in Virginia, this meeting is 3 hours and 7 seconds long. It took place 5 days ago, and the whole meeting is on YouTube. That's interesting. So the whole 3 hour meeting. So I mean, there's probably more that came up or whatever, because I mean, if that board was as punchy as they were towards that one person, I would almost assume that there'd be more. Interesting. You getting bored? Everybody okay? We're going on 2.5.
I'm fine.
Jimmy?
I mean, we can end whenever you'd want. I mean, that's fine, honey. We've gone over quite a bit.
I'd be down to end it whenever.
Be down to end it whenever. Just end it.
Kill him now.
So I'm kind of confused at this one. So this is it's okay. The word. So it was
slave.
Apparently this was trained, so they put slave, and this is not on the word list. Really, New York Times? You don't say.
Slaves don't exist.
So then, because it's a New York Times, so it says, everything woke turns to shit. A spokesperson for the New York Times, who purchased the game for an undisclosed 7-figure sum, said the word list had been updated to remove words that they had deemed insensitive or offensive. We are updating the word list over time to remove obscure words to keep the puzzles accessible for more people, as well as insensitive or offensive words. New York Times spokesman Jordan Cohen told Newsweek. Let's take certain words out because they're insensitive or offensive to others. Well, that's being insensitive and offensive to me that you're taking the word out. Put it back.
Because slaves aren't a thing. They don't exist. They're just trying to make you one.
What are you talking about? White Irishmen were enslaved by Ottoman Empire for centuries.
Tell that to the libtards.
Students at Westchester ASD have given a detailed survey inquiring about their parents' political views, including who they voted for in 2020,
Oh God.
where they get their news from. Why would the school need to know this?
I mean, they're documenting all of this stuff. I mean,
Right. Because, most kids ask their
for
parents,
the
who
kids,
did
for the
you
parents, they're
vote
documenting everything.
for? Right. Any parent that's telling their kids who they actually voted for shouldn't be pushing their ideals on their children. They should just be looking at them and being like, none ya goddamn business.
If they're going to be collecting this, and then they're going to send agents out, and then it's going to be like they're going to call the school, and they're going to be like, okay, so which households in the community are Trump households, and which ones are Biden households, and then the ones that are Trump households will go to the camps. I mean, that's kind of. I mean, why the hell else are you gathering all this information on kids unless there's some sort of repercussion for it, or some sort of reason or explanation as to why? Of course, it's to indoctrinate. We all already know that, but I mean, they're filing this away, and they're going to bring it up for other reasons.
Okay, so I mean, if you answered print in question 18, where do your parents get their news from? Wall Street Journal, USA Today, New York Times, LA Times, I don't know, or other. Most parents would read their local newspaper before they would read something like this. Anyone that goes out and does the reading out of Wall Street Journal, USA Today, New York Times, LA Times, or any other major newspaper isn't just the news for information. They're reading the news to actually get more information on what the other side is actually thinking, and they most likely have some kind of a channel or something that they're doing. They're not doing all these on a regular basis because they don't have anything better to do. Like, yes, I'm reading the Wall Street Journal every day. No. What do you read the Wall Street Journal every day for fun? I mean, I could be totally wrong, but I read the Wall Street Journal. Not really. Every once in a great while. If there's a decent article that seems like come up or whatever, I'll go read it. And see if I can't make a show out of it or something. Other than that, hell no. If you answered online question 18, where do your parents get their news from? Yahoo, NBC, CBS, CNBC, Fox, CNN. I don't know what that other was. Washington Post. I don't know. And other. I mean, again, if your kids are paying attention to what you're watching, they're doing things that they shouldn't be doing, and they should be actually, doing their homework, reading, writing, and arithmetic.
Those are racist. Who needs those?
So you get to see this.
Something wrong. Holy.
You don't get to see this one. So security kicks a guy out of a mall for wearing a Trump mask.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah. Yeah, it's like this guy who's just like, he comes out of like one of those mall shops, right? You're going down in the mall. He walks out of the shop and he's like, there's like police that are there. There's mall security. and then like telling him like we're gonna ask you to leave. We're gonna ask you to leave. It's like why? And like he had a big like Trump 2020 or like just Trump on it. I think it's just Trump. It's like we're gonna ask you to leave. We're gonna ask you to leave. It's gonna be we're gonna ask you. It's just like he's like what maybe it's like 16, 17, 18 maybe is what he looks like. Maybe he's older. I don't know because he has a mask, right? But he's like really skinny, and he just like walks out and it's like, oh yeah, we're gonna have to ask you to leave. I have to ask you to leave. You can't stay. Oh no, I'm sorry. Oh yeah, we watched this. I think we watched this. What was it? Yesterday? Did we watch this?
I didn't. Did I watch this?
Yeah, like we pulled it up.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Maybe I
mean, like maybe if I watch it, I'll remember watching it, but I don't remember watching it. So in America, I can do anything I want, and I teach that to my children. And the person who teaches my little pecan-colored kids that they're somehow oppressed based on the color of their skin would be absolutely wrong and absolutely at war with me. And Libs TikTok said, I want to vote for him.
Discrimination resolution, the CRT deal, because it's happening. And as a parent, I speak to other parents. There's a few things that we don't want. I'm biracial. I'm bilingual, I'm multicultural. The fact is, in America, in North Carolina, I can do anything I want, and I teach that to my children. And the person who tells my little pecan-colored kids that they're somehow oppressed based on the color of their skin would be absolutely wrong and absolutely at war with me. And I think that's the same for every parent. What the mask showed us is that the parents, the most powerful group of people in our country, that they're taking back the wheel. Now, obviously, we had to take the wheel back for the mask, but we're taking the wheel back from Washington all the way to Raleigh and into our local school board. Because CRT, all of that, the parents don't want it. It's a big fat lie. There's not one, if you believe in CRT, I want to tell you you're a liar. Because that means you look at your black neighbor and say that they're oppressed, and you look at your white neighbor and say that they're evil.
You see this guy right here with this hat on or whatever. He's like super active. He's like, yeah, tell him. Tell him.
CRT, all of that, the parents don't want it. It's a big fat lie. There's not one, if you believe in CRT, I want to tell you you're a liar. Because that means you look at your black neighbor and say that they're oppressed, and you look at your white neighbor and say that they're evil, regardless of the experience that you've had with them. And we're not going to do that. The parents in the United States of America, right here in North Carolina and Cabarrus County, we know that's not true because we believe the lives we live. The fact is, I've been a business owner right here in North Carolina, and I deal with white people, black people, Hispanic people. My children deal with everybody. And the racism is only happening at the government level and on the media. The fact is, you have racists, and there's you can't even find them hardly. You just hear the stories about it. But this is what we're dealing with. The parents are taking the wheel. I haven't.
Oh well, there he is.
No, I cut him off once, and I think he got upset with me. So it is what it is. It's sorry, brother. Come back sometime.
An 8-year-old daughter who is absolutely dynamic, who can do anything athletically, intellectually, spiritually, and emotionally. She is a dynamo. And I don't want a man swimming against her in the pool. The fact is, I don't want her playing against boys in soccer. I don't even let my sons rough her up. Do you think I'm going to let your son rough her up?
What's that?
I said I don't think he was offended by that. By earlier. Like Jimmy. I don't think
he just seemed to be.
This is what we're talking about. Policy going back to the parents. Because if you think people who love America are willing to fight for it, you haven't met parents yet. Because I'm telling you, parents will go further down any street than anyone who loves their country alone.
The man knows what he's talking about. And anybody that, anybody should actually listen to what this guy's actually saying. It's something to actually see somebody to actually get up and say, no, I'm so sick of it. I'm sick of your crap. And like this guy, he was like, yeah. If you look at like this guy, whatever, he's holding his head, he's like, oh no. I mean,
I'm effed.
Fact is, I don't want her playing. Will further.
I guess he pretty much
down
isn't
down
in
any
thought
street
for
than
the
anyone who
most
loves their
most of
country
the
alone.
time.
My name is Brian.
As you can see, he's just like, what is this guy talking about? Like, he's too busy in life to pay attention to what's actually happening. He must be like some kind of a school administrator of sorts. It's my thought. Because he's not sitting with, the families.
And of course, all of this stuff, of course, is done by these, globalist people. George Soros funds all this stuff, and and that's because they want to destroy the country from the inside, and they want to tear everybody apart and make everybody go at war with each other and get angry at each other and hate each other. Like, what do you mean I'm racist? Or what do you mean I'm oppressed? Or what do you mean I'm this? Or what do you mean I'm that? And like everybody gets angry at each other and goes batshit. Meanwhile, they take all of the wealth and all the land and all of everything else. That's the goal. To get us distracted while they do everything they want.
Mm-hmm.
And just be slaves and do whatever they tell us.
Techniques are very, very, intolerable. And, everybody's just, just why people are bowing down to these shitholes. I just don't get it. I don't know why anybody would want to. Board member of Great Neck Public Schools compares requiring masks to taking precautions for school shooting. Their brains are really broken.
Excuse me, let me address the reason why we're asking people who are attending in today's meeting to wear masks. If you recall, 4 years ago, I had the longest board meeting in my career. And the reason we attend that meeting is that's right after the Stoneman Douglas shooting. And we were at North High School. We have parents really begging us to increase the security of the school district. I'm as a parent of a child in our school district. I think the number one reason when I feel, I'm sending to school, the security of my children is number one. And we have to be very mindful that tomorrow, in this very building, our South Middle School...
Which is why you don't make them breathe bacteria. And viruses. Ta-da!
Mr. Xi is speaking.
Right.
Mr. Xi? As in Xi Jinping? Or she as in, like, it's a she now? It's a she elf. Like, what? Like, what?
Okay, and taking everybody's safety, all students' safety, into considerations. Is that too much to ask you?
It is. It's too much to ask.
And look at all those flags in the background. The only flag that should be there is a U.S. flag.
If you require somebody, that's a big point. That I was looking at that too. If you require the healthy to do something that to keep the sick from getting sick again, you're pushing tyranny. But again, Susan, we're just throwing opinions. We're not sitting there trying to tell people what to do, how to do them, when to do them. They should actually see their doctors do what's best for them.
You're getting pretty good at that.
Yeah. Been doing that too many times. But, it's I'm just so sick of the ridiculousness of trying to compare things that have nothing to do with other things. So, okay, let's see what this is. Hi, I'm a reporter with the Salt Lake Tribune. Your name and email address appeared in leaked data, and they give Cinco contributions. Oh, we kind of read something about this.
I put down, my reasoning is because you can go F yourself. Dot.
No.
Yeah, but it's happening everywhere. And that's in Utah. The other one that we saw was the Washington Post. This is in Utah. That's the Utah Tribune. I mean, like, it's everywhere. This is like mass. It's like all these liberal lefties are like, ooh, giddy. let's harass these people and put their names out everywhere. Let's make like an article and just like list these people's names and completely dox them. Like, let's go.
Which school is
Like anybody
this?
cares except tyrants, right? Who want to lock people like that up and throw them in camps. And
Lafayette
kill them.
School District. Lafayette, was it South Dakota?
I don't know.
Lafayette SD K through 8. I mean, Lafayette School. I mean, it could be almost anywhere. I see the SD in there. That's why it makes me think it must be Lafayette, South Dakota. Anyway, ongoing practices at middle school. Stanley goals: build an inclusive community to support all students. Develop racially conscious white students.
Yes, racially conscious. That's what we want. We want racist people
Inclusive
everywhere.
community to support all students. And then you go and you break it out and you say, well, let's make sure that all of our white students are racially conscious. Well, everybody needs to be racially conscious. It's not just the white ones. Quit trying to push racism. Pushing your racist thoughts and ideas does not make this legitimate. Put something like such a declaration in your thing. It's such a develop racially conscious white students. No, fuck yourself.
Oh, it's that same thing. That's that other one.
That's Rebecca Evan. Hillary Clinton is booed and heckled with chants of lock her up as she leaves a hotel in New York City.
Like they special, it's especially retarded. I want to be anti. Anybody on the other side of the barricade, when they hosting that demon walking in or out, is fucking specially retarded too.
Those are not our words. This lady should not have such a security detail.
New York is alive with the sound of music. It's so beautiful.
She seriously, it was, the first lady of the United States at one point in time. And I get that she, ran for presidency and all this other stuff. What, I'm so glad I didn't vote for her. This lady is disgusting. She's just, she doesn't deserve the detail. You can hear them, lock her up, lock her up. A couple of them wearing masks. There's quite a few of them that aren't.
Yeah, because they're the elite. They can do whatever.
Lock her up! Lock her up! Lock her up! Lock her up!
What's the finger gonna do? It's not gonna do anything. Your chanting is all you need. Just put your hand down.
Lock her up! Lock her up! Lock her up! Lock her up!
There's people of
The
every color and
second,
race
the second hand,
disagree
when
with.
she threw her second hand up with her phone in her hand, I'm like, wait a minute. Are you actually pointing a particular finger, or are you just throwing in the back of your hand? I'm sorry, go ahead.
I said, oh, it was very passionate there. It's very people of every race, color, and creed, passions running high.
I suppose maybe she'd have a finger out, I guess. Oh. That's a lovely shirt.
I don't know if this is supposed to be satire or if it's real. Like that's where we're at this point. I have no clue if this is satire or if it's real.
I'm trying to look through this real quick and on the dude's hard drive. So it's on brand for him. Respect the consistency, I guess. Makes sense now. We aren't surprised in the least bit. This is pretty much 98% of North American mainstream media. And there it is. Need one. No surprise, of course. Nice tie. Oh, nice tile. Yeah. Um, oh, this is Brian Schott. This is the guy that you name as appeared and associated with the $50 donation. Thanks in advance. Brian Schott, political correspondent.
Shot happens. Oh,
This happens. This is
well,
him.
yeah, shot happens. Yeah, that's
Salt Lake Tribune
like your
is now
face,
using the
like your face.
GiveSend
Shot
Go hack
happens.
data to reach out for donors who gave as little as $50. This is harassment. This is not journalism. Yeah.
Yes, shot happens. Shot happens. Like you have a
Shot
job and at that freaking newspaper, and your face. Anyway.
So it actually comes the next article up or whatever it was. So there's the Tribune thing or whatever showing the $50 donation thing, and then there's him standing in a couple of T-shirts. We've always been at war with East Asia.
Or you mean we've always been at war with America because people like you have always wanted to destroy America and nuke it socially and economically and, in every way, shape, and form. But hey.
I've been reaching out for people from Utah who appear to have leaked Canadian trucker donation data. Boy, some of the replies have been aggressive, to put it mildly. I guess. I mean, the trucker convoy organizer has been arrested in Canada.
Oh, yeah, they arrested all the organizers.
Chris Barber taken into police custody on Albert Street in the last hour.
I don't know what they've done with them, but they were arrested.
Let's see if it goes into anything. Justice for all Canadians who have been held hostage. Justice for consequences. Justice and consequences. These people will face consequences for the first time in their lives. They've never been told no, and they've never held account for anything. Now comes the consequences in real time. Well, you can have your thoughts and opinions. It's great. That's the good part of actually having a thought and opinion.
You will
die. Everybody gets to have one. Not just you, not just me, but everyone. We all get a chance.
No.
Yes.
No.
Not you, Pat King.
You will die.
Yeah, well, you can sit there and arrest all these organizers of something or whatever, and you're just gonna make it political. You're gonna make it more political than it already was. And to politicize something and continue to push narratives on either side is, I'm just so sick of it. I'm so beyond and past any of these bullshit that you're pushing. And when I say both sides, I mean both sides can suck a fat one right now. This ratio is coming along nicely. Brian, 12 minutes, 45 seconds. 1. When I contacted Utahns whose information appeared on the GiveSendGo data without genuine curiosity, I had hoped to explore Utah's connection to the big story. I've not publicly disclosed any personal information from the list, nor will I. 2. I would not and will not publicly disclose any information about explicit permission to do so. I have not shared this data with anyone, nor do I intend to. I apologize if I caused any grief or upset with this. Certainly not my intention. Maybe Elon will comment.
Elon Omar. Elon Omar. But she actually did come out in a statement. Did you see her statement she made? She said that it was horrible that these people were doxing the women that gave money, specifically women, right? But like, I mean, she was like, you know, releasing the names of these women who gave money is horrible. So like, she came out in a statement and said that. It's like, wow, holy freak. So I guess kudos for kudos is due for her, but like, you know, could just be like some sort of ploy, you know. But you know, hey.
How it started. Amazon. Black Lives Matter. Today's verdict in Minneapolis is small
Free chicken and waffles.
victory of larger fight against racism and social injustice. Our hope is that
we're not racist.
We can carry a momentum toward the nation because it's so much more that we must do. We stand with our Black employees, customers, and partners in support of racial equality, equity, and continue to urge Congress to move quickly to pass the George Floyd Justice and Policing Act. Black Lives Matter. How it's going. Amazon suspends Black Lives Matter from its charity platform. You can see it's dated a couple days ago. Dumbasses.
Sucks to be you.
Oh, that's fun. 7th graders in Quebec were given these questions on a quiz about white privilege, systemic racism, and microaggressions. This is indoctrination. It's all indoctrination. It's all indoctrination from both sides, not just one side, both sides. And you're sitting there trying to force people to actually learn something that they don't need to learn, they don't need to know, whatever, other than, you know, a history book. You need to, you know, shove off. Name 2 different systems that may participate in systemic racism: the prison system and job applications. Looks like there's a check mark. Oh, you got 3 out of 3 points though, so maybe I guess it's fine. It's checked as good. So
they're grading their opinion?
Yep.
Give us your opinion. Give us your perspective here, kid. It's like, well, here's my perspective. Wrong.
Wrong.
You
don't get to have
points.
an opinion like that.
You get docked school points. You have worse opinions. We'll take you to juvie. Ha, ha. Like, what the hell?
Example. Specify which system you're talking about. In the prison system, Black people had a higher chance of going to prison than white people and had a higher chance of getting longer sentences. If you apply for a job with a white sounding name, you have a higher chance of getting the call than with a different name. Well, you know, I got a couple different jobs by actually putting other on my application as opposed to putting that I was white. I probably would have not gotten the interview had I put that I was white because of the positions that I was looking for. And you can look at me and be like, really? Yes, absolutely. Because that's how it fucking works. If you want a job and you want the right job, you got to get yourself in there. You got to get yourself known. And the oppression isn't towards any other group than the white people. You're trying to segregate it out to make it be that the white people are the ones that are this, that, and the other. Go fuck yourselves. Give one example of white privilege as the power of normal. Going to a hairdresser, white people will find all the products in the need, unlike different type of people, and the product for the black people will not be there or in a small shelf called ethnic. Going to a hairdresser, white people will find all the products they need. Well, when you go to a hairdresser, if that particular hairdresser doesn't sit there and cut, obviously they cut hair all day long because that's what they're doing, right? If they only cut white people's hair all day long, what would make you think that they're going to carry multitude of product for somebody that's not in their demographic of business? That's just ridiculous. You're trying to put systemic racism in places where it's not. Fucking stupid people. Are you with me still?
Maybe.
Maybe. Falling asleep there, bud?
Maybe.
Maybe. Define microaggressions. Microaggressions are like small aggressions that are slightly offend someone else, like asking them why they're in a white, white something. If they're Asian, or they're saying they are suspicious. Explain how someone intersectionally might change the way they experience the world by creating an example of someone's intersectionality might change. If you are a white person and you travel around the world, you'll be well treated. If you are black or Asian, etc., you'll be not so well treated, and it doesn't just go with race.
Well, if you
Also,
remember
your
Mike
gender.
in here, where he was talking about he went to Thailand and those people were just like, "Oh, hi, foreigner! You're a foreign weirdo." La da da, and like whatever else. I don't know. I think he said there was some other name that they had for him. He's the little white
Doesn't
guy.
just go with your race, also your gender, sexuality. Like if you're straight, you will be better treated than if you're gay, and if you're a man, you'll also be better treated than if you're a woman. A woman.
Woman.
I don't think that's true. I don't think it's true at all.
Strong woman.
What
Strong
pattern was on Mr. Fertisi's sweater on Wednesday? Red lights? Red. Is it just lines?
I have no clue.
Well, all this
red
being
lines,
said,
maybe.
there's so much more fun stuff that goes on in Lives of TikTok. Thank you, Lives of TikTok, for doing what you do. You're just awesome. One of these days, I'm going to get you on this show. I'm going to actually do a little interview. Why? Because I want to. if you want things, you just eventually with a little bit of persistence and you get there. And I've I hope to eventually invite you on and you can actually have a conversation with us. With all that being said, don't forget to actually go to a medical shoots on first.com.
Yeah. I got some new stuff that's gonna come rolling out. So get over there.
New stuff.
Grab them up, gobble them up, yum yum.
New stuff.
Tasty shirts to wear. Yep.
Got a promo code for him?
Oh yes, I do. It's a cool frog. It happens. You know what? That's your name. What the hell?
Oh, it's Cool Frog.
Well,
That's
son of a, you know what?
KOLFROGG. Yeah, you go and you support him or you support me. You hit up the
If you
link tree
didn't
down
believe
below.
in coincidences,
You
folks,
hit
there
up
you
his
go.
website down below in the description. Jimmy YouTube was you go hit up his stuff down below. I mean, hit these guys up, sub them out, help them out.
Jimmy, YouTube.
Go to America Shirts,
At the Atlas
ourfirst.com.
Pass.
Buy
TikTok.
those t-shirts. Go to buymeacoffee.com/coolfrog. You support me. You support me enough. I will in turn go and help support America's Shirts and buy some more shirts. And eventually I'll wear those shirts on a camera.
Woo!
It could be interestingly fun. And we just.
Interestingly fun.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what, 500,000. 5,000. I don't know how many people do I need to wait? How many subs do I need to wait before I do all this?
Are you asking me?
Yeah, it could be a few years.
Oh, well, as soon as you get money into your bank account, you're supposed to send it my direction. No, I'm just kidding.
That's the ultimate goal is that we all
I get all the money. No, I'm just kidding.
We all get a little bit of money. Oh,
we
all get big, large chunks and swaths of cash.
And then you get an awesomely based T-shirt. So yeah,
right. You get a base T-shirt. Make you come back here.
The most based on the planet, as
this
they
is paying
say.
attention. Hit that share, like, and make sure you ring the bell. And I know there's somebody out there that's watching us. It says that there's one person watching us.
Cool.
I haven't been watching the show, so I mean that's.
It's not me either.
It's It's a legit actual somebody watching us, and they watched us for the majority of the show, which is actually really cool.
Cool. Yeah.
For all those that are out there that are still listening, if you actually like what you're seeing and you're actually watching this, if you actually sub to the channel, you get a hold of me, or you get a hold of Shirts, or you get a hold of Jimmy YouTube. They have some abilities that as well. Whatever, we can actually get you a link to get into our Discord, and you can.
I have abilities.
Discord. So
I'm like Superman.
We're usually in Discord for most of the day. It's amazing how many hours we spend together and don't get irritated with each other as much as we probably should, because we all kind of we like to talk about our issues when we're when we're alone. We'll tell each other how we feel and be like, nah, I didn't like what you did there. Or whatever, however it works, because that's just the way it is. And we all treat each other with respect in this Discord. So if you want to be part of the Discord, if you're a member, you've joined, or you haven't, you can't join yet, you're subscribed, you go and you hit one of us up. Let us know. We'll totally help you out. Yeah.
I got an email at the bottom of my thing. Oh, and I also have a Rumble myself. I did a video, and it is a bit of a lengthy video, but I hope it is worth your listening to at the very least. Just putting it up and listening to it for a little bit. It's about the Russia-Ukraine crisis thing that's going on at the moment. I hope it is worth your watch. I also have another video there that I hope is worth your watch as well. It's it's not as long as the other one, but I think it's worth it, and I think there's a lot of good information. So, hey, go check that out too if you want. It's
and everything
America
that goes
Shirts.
on here on this show actually does get uploaded to Rumble.
Oh
well.
yes, as well.
It's an easy,
and we've had quite a
it's
number
an
of
easy
viewers
way
over
if
the
you're-
Rumble.
If you're really watching over there, hit up America Shirts.
Yeah, capital A, capital S, all smashed together, like so that you see on the screen.
America Shots.
Yeah, boy. Okay, so this is where is this where we say goodbye?
Sure. Say goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, peeps. Later.
I don't want to live on this planet anymore.